paradigm of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderous scum. They're on giant death factories keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy weird sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with that creepy weird woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Literal vampire pot belly goblins are hobbling round coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap. We don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions upon it, people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. We're gonna stab your daughter at the mall. We're gonna stab your wife, your son. We're gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good. Oh, they're so sweet.
Hopefully not the swatted version like Monday. We're here with Mange Davis.
Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah.
We
Hell
all
yeah.
ready. We ready. Yeah, that swatting thing. I was live when that happened. So I saw that happening to you. And it broke my little heart.
Yeah, it was terrifying. It was I haven't really talked about it because it was kind of like I was all over the place, but I heard a horn. It sounded like an air
Wait,
horn.
I hear a horn.
It was exactly like that. No, it was like a train horn. It was like wah, and I was like, holy, what the hell was that? So I go and look out of my window, and there are just fire trucks just lined up, like driving up my road. And my road's really small, and it goes up a hill, and there's only 3 houses at the top of the hill. It's me, another person, and the person across the street. So I'm like, oh, damn. So I go down the stairs, and I just look out the window and watch, and there are probably 30 firefighters, full gear, have like pickaxes in their hand and shit, and they're just walking around my yard. And I'm like, this is interesting. So I open the door real slowly, and I have my hands like in the air just in case, I don't know what's gonna happen. And I like open the door, and like one of the firefighters, like group of them, starts walking up to me, and they're like, "Are you, is this your address?" They said my address, and I was like, "Yeah." And they were like, "We got a report that the owner set his house on fire and was setting houses on fire in the neighborhood." And I was like, nope, that's not happening. And I was like, I'm a YouTuber. This is probably a swatting. And the guy was like, oh, wow. And then this old guy behind him was like, I've never seen this in 30 years. And there was cops starting to walk in. There was a bunch of cops too. And they had like a perimeter at the bottom of my road and the top of my road, like blocked off. And they were all walking up, and there was fire and rescue vehicles and one ambulance. And yeah, it was crazy. It would look like Christmas outside, just lights everywhere.
Yeah.
Damn, this is crazy. And it was good though. They kind of laughed about it and whatnot, but it was kind of spooky. It was kind of spooky. Like like in retrospect, it's fine. But when you're first walking out and you're opening that door and there are just people in like uniforms everywhere, like, and they're there for you, it's
Was it
just
like a SWAT team? Like, were there dogs? Were there guns pointed at you?
no. There was quite literally like probably 20 or 25 firemen in full gear. There was like 8, I think, cop cars, 4, 9. There was like 3 up at the top of the hill, 3 at the bottom, and then there was like 2 parked on the street. So cops were just in my like front yard, but they were all in black, cop uniforms. So they were all blending into my dark ass yard because I have like black mulch. And it was kind of spooky because I didn't even notice them at first. Then there was just fire and rescue people in one ambulance. And the ambulance just had like the back door wide open. Like they were waiting for me. It was pretty spooky, but luckily they were real chill about it. And I've been swatted before, and I told them to put me on like a list for no swatting. But I think that's why they called the fire department this time instead of the cops.
Well, even if you're on a list, I think they still have to show up. I don't think they can ignore it. Like, I mean, even if you're like, "Hey guys, I get swatted all the time." Like, if God forbid, if it wasn't a false call and something happened and it was negligence that they didn't go. Yeah.
It was wild, man. It was very, very interesting, and I'm glad I lived through it, and I'm glad everybody supports me. I put up a video about it today or last night, and it blew the hell up. So I appreciate you guys there. Don't forget, aside from all the swatting business, every single $100 or more super chat will be on my car for the Phoenix race, the NASCAR ARCA Menards Phoenix race up there, March 8th. Don't forget that. We already have 15 names on it so far, and we're up against 275th Naked Snake in a row. So thank you guys so much. Yeah, we haven't missed it in 2 years. Thank you, Billy Hatcher. Glad to see this crazy dude on stream. Didn't know he was on YouTube. Nope. This is his first time ever on YouTube. Oh my gosh, man. So yeah, dude, I'm glad you're here. We got a lot to talk about today. We're going to talk about the Google AI thing. I don't know if you've seen that, but it's hilarious.
I barely know what it is. Okay, so I haven't talked about it today, so you'll fill me in. You'll fill me in.
Great. It's gonna be great. Yeah, basically what it boils down to is Google AI, like, for some strange reason, refuses to show white people in like any AI generation image. It's like forbidden. But like, so you can basically type in, founding fathers of the US to generate a picture, and it will just be like 4 black dudes in like 1700s wigs and clothes. It's like, what,
dude?
Vikings, that's the same thing.
I come from the South, obviously, but I've been like, all of these taking down, monuments and statues and stuff. It's like I've seen it. People protesting in town for certain things, and growing up in the South, you'll come across some stuff a little spicy, a little controversial, but some of these statues, it's like, I don't know who the fuck that is. Nobody does.
Yeah.
Everybody passes it every fucking day. You have to look it up on your fucking phone. And it's like, okay, we're going to tear that down. But then it's like, well, where does this start and stop? You start tearing down monuments and statues and shit. Like, how long before you're like taking shit out of history books?
Yeah.
And then pretty soon it's like, not all history's good. I mean, that's the point of it, right? There's like, you learn from past mistakes. So like, what are you going to, like, American history? We're just going to take slavery out of it. It happened.
Yeah.
It's documented.
It's very important to learn about it and learn about all the atrocities committed, my man, so we can try to not repeat this shit.
Right. But imagine if, because of sensitivity, we just take it out. Nobody knows it happened. Then pretty soon somebody be like, yeah, what if I don't have to pay for labor? Let's do that.
Well, dude, they're doing it in New York, aren't they? They're doing it in New York right now. They passed a law where if you can house like refugees in your house, and then the way like they repay you is they just cook and clean for you. they're just
wow, right? That makes no sense. Now, my wife is from Singapore, and I've lived in Singapore, and it's connected to like Malaysia.
Yeah.
And now a lot of Malaysians, because their economy is let's pretend it's like Mexico. A lot of them will come to Singapore and they'll be like live-in maids and stuff, and they work for nothing. As awesome as that country is, it's pretty much built in the city. It's so futuristic and all this shit, but it's all built off of immigrants coming in from another country working for slave wages. I've never seen road construction happen so quick. I mean, their road construction immigrants will tear down a road and rebuild it the next day. I'm like, I'd be stuck in traffic for 6 weeks in America, but you pay somebody nothing, that job gets done.
Yeah. Well, it depends on like if they're getting paid for the job or paid for the time spent on the job. There's
Right.
in my city where I live right now, they will repave a 4-mile stretch of road in 2 days. It's crazy how fast it's done. But there's still a road where I grew up. It's called I-59. It goes towards Fort Payne, Alabama. That has been under construction for 20 years. And it's just like a 10-mile stretch of interstate. Like it's like crazy. It's still under construction for like, because they won't work on it for like 3 or 4 years at a time. They're like waiting for contracts and get people out there so one guy can work on it while 8 watch them. So.
But dude, imagine what if we're so sensitive that we're going to go through and we're going to change all textbooks that nobody can be trigger warnings. Guys, open up your chapter. Make sure you read the trigger warning. Now we're going to learn about American history. Let's say we remove that. How many generations? I mean, think about it. There are people today that are like, wait, 9/11 happened like a million years ago. It's like, no.
Yeah, it was. I was like 13 or something, 12.
But there are kids that they didn't know 9/11 was that recent. They just think it's like some old news. It's like, no. That Spider-Man movie that you're watching with Tobey Maguire, the Twin Towers were in that. They had to take that shit out.
Yeah. I remember going home and watching it on TV all night. It was crazy. And then my sister said that terrorists were going to come like kill me, and I started crying because I was a bitch. My sister was real mean. She was morbid as hell. Anjali with a gold boy says I had to skip Daytona, had laryngitis, and was bummed out. I missed it. So here's a yellow boy and have a drink on me. Hope to see you next time. Well, I'll be at Phoenix 99%. Friday, I'll know for sure what's going down, what the travel plans are. Then, of course, Talladega is April 20th, and then May 4th is Dover. So we're going to be everywhere. Thank you, Anjali. I love you. I appreciate you. Jay Drama Fan says, "That's yo ass, Camelot." Thank you, Jay. I appreciate you.
Hey, yo ass.
My boy. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate you so much. Love you. If we do hit Fight Milk tonight, it'll be a double Fight Milk night because we hit it Monday and I did not have alcohol. And everybody in chat voted for Wednesday, and today is Wednesday. So if we hit Fight Milk tonight, it will be a double Fight Milk night. So I'll get to vomit and die. It's gonna be exciting.
Dude, I had a hot dog eating contest the other day and it fucked me up.
Where do you just randomly go to eat a hot dog contest?
Fucking the Jack Show. I mean, the one place you would think it wouldn't happen. Ethan ordered me 72 hot dogs. And then it was like, let's get you backers for every hot dog you eat, which is a really dumb thing. It's like, nah, I should have really thought about that. Here, I'll show you the video. Here's a real,
Ethan's got the what we call fuck you money, where he's like, here, let me just order you 72 hot dogs.
Right? Like, I mean, that could have fed a whole grade school. Like, it's like, the hell are you doing, man?
Oh,
all right, here we go.
Donate to his campaign in order to get him to eat more hot dogs. He is now completed. Oh, he's at 291 now.
Can I play this Rocky music?
Yeah, sure.
I think somebody did help him
in this Nathan's hot dog eating contest, and he was like killing it, dude. Like other people were trailing behind him, like at 52, and he's like he had like a 10 hot dog lead on everybody, and you would think he would slow down, but no. And the dude would take like 3 and just chuck them back. And his eyes were closed the whole time. Sweat was just dripping off his face. It was insane to watch him beat everybody. And you would think he would slow down because he had such a lead. No, he ate faster. It was absolutely insane.
From what I understand, they purge after their contest, right? They like throw up. They just go through all of it. God,
yeah.
It's like you die.
I did. I mean, I wasn't digesting that. I mean, I felt like shit the next day too. And I thought I got most of it out of me, but like my whole day, I was just like in like a fucking tube steak coma. I don't know what to call it. Couldn't see up from down, left from right. Didn't know good from bad. Just laying there.
Sir, why did
Digest
you
it.
rob the bank? Oh, I ate 72 hot dogs, and I don't know where I am right now.
It's like I don't know. Like I have a problem digesting like preservatives, and I didn't really think about that before. But dude, I was so sick. I was so sick. I was so sick. I was like, I don't even know what's in a hot dog. I mean, I don't want to know.
Oh my god. Oh, so dude, I was at Daytona. We were attempting to race. It went really bad, and I was like, I was in the infield. We didn't qualify, and I was pissed. And I went to the infield, and I got a hot dog. I got 2 hot dogs with hot sauce, ketchup, mustard, grilled onions. Oh my god! And I pounded them with whiskey. There was only one thing that could make me feel better by missing the Daytona field, and that was eating hot dogs and getting smashed. And as a driver, they just let you go anywhere. You can just go up to security in like a secure area and be like, show them your little badge, and they'd be like, all right, you're good. And I went to this place. It's like in the middle of the infield. And I was like, hey, can I come up here? I'm a driver, and I got my family with me, and they want a cool shot of the track before we go in there. And they were like, and let me ask. And they went and asked, and they were like, okay, cool. We went up to the top, and that Vivek Ramsey guy and The Rock are up there. Like Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Wait, who's the Ramsey guy again? Like,
He's
remind
like
me.
the guy that was running for president. Now he's like likely going to be Trump's VP. That like brown looking dude, Vivek.
Oh yeah, is The Rock Republican?
I don't know. I don't think so, but he was up there hanging out with
He
Vivek
was
Ramsey.
last election for some reason. Why am I thinking that? Am I wrong? Is The Rock a Republican? Anybody
I
in the
don't
chat know
think
that?
so. I think he does whatever his PR team tells him to do. But it was very interesting, and all the alcohol's free, obviously. You'll notice one weird thing you'll notice about like being in exclusive areas, everything's free. So of course I'm drinking, and there's the heightened security.
That's not true. No. I've been in a VIP room. It ain't free.
Well, the VIP room isn't. Just the drinks were. But they just let me in. And it was cool. But the heightened security, I was wondering why the security was so outrageous, because I didn't know that they were up there yet, right? And there was just security standing all around me, like eyeballing me. And I'm like, I feel like I'm in trouble. So I like drank 2 whiskeys real fast and watched like 20 laps of the race. And then I was like, all right, let's dip out. And that's when I found out my truck was stolen.
Oh,
which was very lame, because I'll tell the story too, because people were like yelling at me because they were like saying I was lying. I don't know. I just feel like there's some people on the internet, they're like, oh, you're just lying. I'm like, what? Why would I lie?
Why would you lie about that?
Weird, random. It doesn't help me or hurt me.
It's like, my dog got ran over. You lie.
Post pictures of his dead body. I'm like, what the fuck? Matt Grindle says that sounds like coitus bliss. Shane, thank you, Matt Grindle. Appreciate you, dude. Grifty says, meet up Dover weekend. Rehoboth Beach is 40 minutes south. I will be up there, and I would like to do a meetup of some sort. I won't be able to do like a big meetup, but because I have to be at the track, not today. It's kind of annoying, but I could definitely do something. We did hang out a lot at Daytona, but it's because I wasn't racing. So thank you, Grifty. I love you. I appreciate you. But yeah, so it was a quick story. I left the Daytona Club bar thing, and I walked in, and my friend was like, hey, let's go get my car, and we could drive my car in, because apparently you have this badge that lets you do anything, so let's drive my car in. And I was like, okay. So because his car is parked out front of Daytona, so we got on a tram, but I would go looking for my truck because I was gonna drive us down there, but we had to take the tram because my truck was gone. I walk out, like it's like 100 yards to parking. My truck's just gone. I thought I was tripping balls. So because I walked all the way to turn 3, all the way to turn 1, no truck. And I'm like, well, this is lame as hell. And I walk and I find a police car, and I walk up to the police car, and I'm like, hey, my truck's gone. And I was like, did they tow it? Do you know? And he's like, no, they don't tow anything here. He's like, do you sure you parked it where you think you did? And I was like, 100%. So he called the Daytona security. Daytona security went through their camera footage. They found my truck. And what happened was a guy just hopped in my truck because I guess it was unlocked. I thought I locked it, but I guess I didn't. I have an extra key in my center dashboard, by the way, or my little thing.
Shouldn't do that.
Should not. But my girl Jessie was with me, and she has a key to my truck as well. So we both were there. So I just put the other one in there. And this dude gets in my truck, and starts it and drives it around the infield and then parks it in a field in a gated in area that had no cars in it and parked it all by itself. And they found it because he was like, oh yeah, it's a white truck. Here's a Dodge. He's like, they literally watched the guy do it. And then the guy just gets out of the truck and walks away into a crowd. And so we went down to the field, and it was sitting in the field by itself, just all alone in this gated area. So my theory is the dude thought it was his truck, and he was drunk as hell. And he just got in my truck and started it, got the key out of the center console. Key probably looks the same as his. He started driving, and after he drove it for like 2 minutes, he probably looked around and was like, oh shit, this ain't my truck. Because it looks like it, it's a white Dodge 2500 diesel. So I saw like 4 of them there. So yeah, he just parked it. And then people were like, why didn't you file a police report? I'm like, because I got my truck back and there was nothing stolen. And I was wanting to go to the strip club. Like, what if I'm going to file a police report on that guy? It's dumb. So yeah, it was really fun. Juju, by the way, I sent my boy a link, Cecily, to the stream. You can let him know. Assuming you're the same Juju. If you're not, I accidentally modded you. Matt Grindle says most popular driver on the grid equals dud engine plus swatting. Conspiracy theorists coming more accurate than experts. I'm going that way. Yeah, it was a terrible weekend, but I did have fun with a lot of people. My sponsors came and we got to like hang out and drink. So that was a lot of fun. Some friends came down. So I had a lot of fun, man. I enjoyed it, but I'm really looking forward to Phoenix so I can get in the car and have my official first NASCAR start for realsies. And go out there and run a race, bring it home, and then we'll go to Talladega with the Cyber Frog car, which is going to be awesome. So, hell yeah. What kind of projects you got working on?
Actually, Inglorious Rex is a book I crowdfunded earlier in the year. I ran it for about 5 months. We raised $260,000.
Damn.
And
the
book is getting ready to go to print. So we are offering a second chance. If you missed out on this monster beat 'em up book, we do offer it right now. And right now we're at $38,239. We are in contact with printers right now looking for the best price and the right paper stock, because you can only print the Shane Davis artwork on the premium paper. So right now we are offering you the opportunity to slide on in, get yourself a second chance edition of Inglorious Rex. For people who don't know, Inglorious Rex is my monster beat 'em up mashup book. If you like kaijus, if you like Godzilla, if you like MMA fighting, that's where we're at. We follow a young fighter, Alex Stone, as he basically gets to pilot a giant clone monster, which is from his late brother. And it's kind of like a Rocky versus Drago revenge match. He gets the opportunity to slide in to a fight and pilot his late brother's Rex. But here's the catch. He has to fight the guy that killed his brother. Like, that's the only catch that he can become a Rex pilot. Now, that's book 1. If you guys missed out on book 1, we do offer it here. What this is for is book 2. Now, here's where I'm at right now, Camel. I gotta let you know. Book 1 raised $303,000. With our total combined, we are sitting at over $296,000. Any mods, if you will, you can go to Indiegogo or 9 Lives Comics. Please put the link out in the chat. But we are looking for a few souls to help us beat our first campaign. And we got 24 days to do it. Now, we are going to give every backer a Mange Davis trading card if we hit $46,000 on this book. That means that we have beat the evil, which was Inglorious Rex 1. And that's where we're at. We do have a Mange Davis t-shirt. A lot of people love the memes. They love the Texas Mofo videos. So we did a Mange Davis t-shirt with the you watch enough of those, it gets stuck in your head. This is some of the artwork that you can expect from this beautiful book. And I don't know. It's a crazy idea, concept. I don't want to get too much into it, but for people that are first-time backers, it's a lot of cage fighting with giant monsters. That's the
Sounds
simple way
great.
to put it without spoiling the first book. So for people that read the first book, you know what we're doing in book 2. And a lot of fun. We got some. This is from one of our supplemental books, kind of more of a nod to a type of aliens type thing. We do offer multiple books in our campaign, so a lot of stories, So really appreciate you having me on, especially let me bring up this campaign. But I'm not here just to sling books.
That's why I'm here.
Your truck story reminded me of another story.
What story is that?
When somebody made a mistake and they're like, "That's not my truck," this is an old story, but makes me think. This lady made a mistake, sort of similar. Lady accidentally sleeps
Oh
with
my
her
God.
husband's twin, feels sharp pain in belly later.
Oh,
Story of the day. Without getting into it, she basically ends up getting pregnant because the one twin pretended to be the other twin.
I mean, that's what I would do if I had a twin. I would make a pact. I'd be like, hey, I want to bang your like wife or your girlfriend, but in turn you can bang mine. And then like for your whole life, you could just be slapping the puss.
Well, here's her predicament though. The DNA test doesn't say which one's the father.
Oh no, that's brutal.
Wow. So
That's crazy, man.
so you gotta be careful. Got to be careful with these things. Now, I think it's possible she thought, "Hey, that's my dude," just like that guy is like, "Hey, that's my truck," and it obviously wasn't.
Yeah.
These things happen. I just want to let you know.
Never date a twin for that reason because your child may not be yours. Samantha says, "Sorry to make Daytona, just so much going on. Love you. It's all good, baby. Daytona was a travesty anyway. Phoenix will be better. Thank you, Samantha, for the gold boy, Matt Grindle. Pull up the Clash of the Titans. Oh, vid Shane. Which one's that? I don't even remember that one.
Pull
There's
up the
so
Clash
many.
of the Titans. All right, I'll pull it up.
There's so many now. Thank you, Mac. I appreciate you. We're a 10th of the way to Naked Snake. Thank you guys for all your super chats. I love you. I appreciate you guys. You're goated as hell. Will the streak stay alive? Thank you guys. Appreciate you. And if you're wanting to go to one of these races, make sure you reach out to me. If you have a company that wants to get on the hood or the sides of the car, that'll probably be available most of the year. They're actually starting to fill up really quick. I've had like companies contact me in the last 2 or 3 days to start setting up like spots for races, which I did not expect at all. I'm flying somewhere next week to have a meeting for that reason. So that's going to be very interesting. So yeah, if you have a company, get on it, dog on it. It'd be great. Oh, I'm excited. Very excited. Carrie said, Cody, didn't you say my sister looked like my twin? She looked like your older, more angrier twin. Yes.
Would you date twins? Like if you had the opportunity to date twins, would you?
Like both of them? Yeah.
Seems redundant, doesn't it?
Like both of them for sure.
No, but it seems I would do it just to say I did, but it seems redundant.
I guess it depends on how cool they are. Like if they have great personalities, hell yeah. That'd be great.
I don't know, man. I mean, I can imagine myself like out to dinner and they're finishing each other's sentences and shit. Like I don't know.
Yeah, it get a little gay. But like when they're naked, that'd be great.
When they're no,
Jay says,
yeah, I guess I don't.
Jay says the Saska sisters. They look they look really mean. I don't know them. I just every time I see pictures of them, it looks like they would like slice my throat like in the back room. So I don't know why they look like
They have like little vampire fangs. Have you noticed that?
yeah, like they just look
They're canines.
Let me put it this way. And look, I don't know them, but they kind of look like crazy women. Like you know how like you'll meet a girl and you can tell like she has crazy eyes and she's gonna be fucking crazy. I kind of feel like that. I don't know if that's true, but I just look at them. I'm like, they look like they might kill me. Rake and Not, $25 Rumble rant says, "What's up, bitches?" Thank you so much, Rake, and I love you. I appreciate you. Jake Hudson becomes a member. We have more members today on Rumble than we do on YouTube. Killing it. Thank you so much. Let's pull up some Screaming Mange. It's big enough for Titans. God damn. Here we go.
Yeah.
God,
A lot of extra work from Texas Mofo there. Appreciate the overtime.
Yeah,
He doesn't stop. He did one last night, I think.
There's just so much you can do him to anything. You can just do him to anything. It's
he did one to Indiana Jones.
Yeah, that one was awesome. He needs to do one to Titanic somehow. Maybe it's like you're the iceberg and you're screaming.
I did
I
like
don't know.
one Mars Attacks. That one's actually funny, but I don't remember the scene. I don't really remember that movie. Like I remember certain parts, but like as a movie, if somebody said, "How does that movie end?" I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember either. I always remember Mars Attacks. I just don't remember like what happens. I just remember them like coming down and then shooting Jack Black, and then he dies, and I'm like, oh, that's all
Jack
I ever.
Nicholson's in it. Like everybody's in it. A lady's head gets sewed to a chihuahua's body. Like there's a lot of cool shit in it, but I could not tell you the story of that movie.
Oh yeah, she was famous for a second. The lady that got her head sewed onto the dog. That was like the flavor of the month. You ever notice that? How there's actresses and they're famous for like 4 to 8 years and then they're gone. Like Jessica Biel. She hasn't done a movie since 2017.
I hate to tell you, it's because women age. Well, not all women. There's the right few in our lives, but the
Yeah.
average woman, the ones that we're not involved in, they age like dairy products. That's it. That's
It's
it.
weird.
Expiration
It's
date.
so strange. It's so strange, man, because like my dad's a handsome man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm 30. I'm about to turn 34. Okay. I know women that are 34. Oh, I'm like,
Ooh.
oh my, oh, and I'm like, I would never in my life. There's no way in hell. You are just old looking girl, and they're my age. What the hell is going on? I don't really. Everybody's like, you don't really look old, and when you do look old, older like men that are, have some facial hair. It's a little salt and peppery, and they're like, they still have fucking. They're still like jacked and big guys, and they're
Called silver foxes. You know what I'm
weird.
saying?
It's like, why can we still smash the puss?
A lady at the gym said, "You're a zaddy." And I'm like, "What's a zaddy?" And she kind of explained. She's like, "It's kind of like a hot daddy." I'm like, "All right, I'll take it.
I'll take it. I'll take it all day. Matt Grindle says, release the crack Shane. Thank you, Mac. Appreciate you. Buddha Bear says, Mange car for Charlotte. Make it happen, Mange.
Wow, wow."
Oh,
I'm actually in NC. I'm gonna have to go to that race.
that actually putting Mange on a Charlotte car would, because it's Charlotte. Charlotte's, I don't know what it is about Charlotte, but Charlotte feels more redneck than everything else, even though the facility is so nice. I think it's because that one movie with Channing Tatum where they steal money from Charlotte Motor Speedway. I forget what it's called.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's got what's his name in it. That was shit.
Did Kid from Star Wars? Yeah.
Yeah, he's in it too. And what's his name's also in it. They have to break out of the James Bond dude. He's in it. Remember?
He is.
They have to break him
Daniel
out.
Craig, yeah, he's in it.
Daniel Craig, yeah.
That's a good movie, and it made me feel like Charlotte's just more redneck than everything else. And I'm like, yeah, having a Shane on the side of the Charlotte car would make a lot of sense.
So here's the thing about Charlotte, because I've grown up in North Carolina. At one point in time, Charlotte was not a residential city. It was just a business district, right? So the city itself is built up really nice, but it was only X amount of years ago they started actually putting condos and shit inside the city area. Yeah. So like used to, you could go to Charlotte on a Sunday, lay down in the middle of the street, and nobody would run you over. Like because it just shuts down on Sunday. Like there's no business open because nobody's at work. So it's just a vacant ghost town. Now, I mean, like, they got Carolina Panthers and, all of this stuff. I remember when the Charlotte Hornets was first being like a thing. Like I don't know. Charlotte's weird because it's also on the border of North and South Carolina, so they pull people in from everywhere.
Yeah.
Now, I hate to say it, but South Carolina a little too south.
Yeah.
A little too rednecky.
I stayed in a bed and breakfast in South Carolina, and it was like in this really weird historic district in some city. I can't remember what. And I stayed in this old ass mansion, and it was so rickety and small and like out of code, obviously, but it was historic, and it was really nice. I like went upstairs, went to sleep, woke up. There was a cat on me. I was like, "Whose cat is this?" Go downstairs. There's like an old lady that's just walking around, like knocking on the doors, like handing people slices of freaking what is that, pound cake? Like an old lady just walked upstairs and gave me some pound cake at like 12 at night. It was really nice. I really enjoyed it. So I like South Carolina, but yeah, North Carolina. You know what? That reminds me how Charlotte used to be not shit and now it's shit. When I was growing up, I lived on this road called Rabbit Town Road, and I remember, and I feel like a lot of people forget this like in their life because I think when I was a kid, we were more technologically related to the 20s than we are now. So I remember growing up, and you go out on my main road, and it was a dirt road.
Yeah.
And it went all the way to the like freeway, which was a 2-lane freeway. And I remember just one day they paved all of it, and then there was businesses everywhere, and then the 2-lane freeway is now an interstate, like freaking huge bump roads, all like 6-lane. It's just so weird how it all changed like overnight. And that little there was a place called the Crossroads. This old guy Hoyt ran it. He's like 100 years old. You'd walk in, and he's just this old ass dude, like barely alive. These old crank pumps. He had like fan belts just hanging on little hooks behind him, little fan belts for like
Yeah, the fan belts. Yeah.
yeah, and like oil filters and shit. It was like so humble, and then you just 10 years pass and all that's gone, and it's all modernized. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah, yeah. So I grew up like near Wilkesboro Speedway. So every weekend, like the major like 2-way interstate or whatever, would just be bumper to bumper, right? With people just sitting trying to get to the race. You know, obviously like I guess the qualifying race and then the race itself. And our whole ecosystem was set up like basically on little diners and shops, you know, selling NASCAR cars and memorabilia and all that stuff, right? And I grew up around NASCAR. One of my friends, his dad was like the mechanic for Junior Johnson.
Yeah.
So I would go to his house, and they were just rich with like swimming pool. I came from a trailer park.
Same.
Let me just explain. I came from a trailer park.
Same. Yeah.
So like, you know, I go to my friends, and he's telling me we're like in 8th grade. He's like, yeah, don't tell my mom that my dad took me to a party, like a garage party or whatever, and like they had a stripper pop out of a cake.
Oh my!
You know, this is around the time the Under Siege came out, and there was that scene with the Baywatch girl coming out of a cake. So a lot of people, they're like, "Wow, really? Your dad let you see boobs?" He's like, "Yeah, real boobs," and you know, it's like the dumbest shit.
Real
and
boobs.
you know, for people who don't know, part of Days of Thunder, the Tom Cruise movie, was actually filmed at that speedway. And so they come through, and they tear down our trailer. They're like, "We're buying it up." And I'm like, "But this is our trailer." It turns out it ain't our trailer. Like, we pay lot dues.
Yeah.
We get kicked out of trailer. We don't even know. And they're like, "No, we got to widen the interstate because there's so much traffic going to this speedway. So everybody has to relocate and move." I'm like, "Can I at least get my dog out from under the trailer?" I'm like, "Come on, boy. Come on. I know you got 3 legs, but we gotta go. We gotta go." And then they're tearing down all the trailer park, and all these businesses are having to move, but it's going to boost the economy. And you know what happened? You know what happened at the end of that? They shut down the speedway.
Yep. Wilkesboro. Yeah, they shut that down.
It's like you kicked everybody out of the trailer park to widen the interstate, and then you're like, "Let's move the race somewhere else."
Yeah,
and now
94.
nobody. It's just like this 4-lane, like multiple lanes of interstate in like one bum ass pickup truck going down. You know, it's like it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Even the mall in Wilkesboro shut down because there was no traffic. Like it was like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, the weird thing, they stopped it. The last race was in 94. They reopened it though. They redid everything, and it's they're racing there again this year for like the 2nd year in a row, which is pretty insane.
2nd year racing again. Yep.
Yeah, It's pretty freaking wild. Saul says Nina just got a $500 super chat on
Rumble.
Jesus Christ.
On Rumble. I didn't know they even had money on Rumble. That type of money.
Yeah.
Shit.
I get a $500 super chat like once every 6 months. It's like the craziest shit every time it happens.
I get nothing on Rumble.
Manny says, "You remember Possum Trot Road?" I do. I remember Possum Trot. I remember that one road that was beside the mill pond. It was called Old something Road. Old something. I can't remember. It was where one of my friends lived.
I think everybody has an old something road.
Yeah, it was like Old something. They had this place called the mill pond, and it was literally like a creek with a water purification plant to the left of it, and just like used needles everywhere, and kids would just go out there and swim, and you jump off the bridge and land in like shallow water, and like people were getting hurt every 2 seconds, and we just kept swimming. I don't know why we did that. It's gross. It's the grossest place in the world. And now they put a picnic table out there. I drove through there like a few years ago, and there's a damn picnic table out there now because they know little kids go out there and swim next to that freaking creek water.
Dude, I used to go swim in the creek with the broken beer bottles.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god. There was really broken beer
You ever
bottles.
went tubing? You ever went tubing?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's the most redneck water sport ever.
Oh my god.
You just get a inner tube. You go down. You get your buddy to drive you at one end of a river, and you get a 6-pack, and you just float down, and you rely on your buddy to be down there to pick you up at the other end. That is the most redneck way to pass time.
Dude,
It's got to be the top 5. It's got to be the top 5.
there's this place close to where I live now. Well, it's about an hour north. It's called Little River Canyon. I think that's what it's called. And there's just rapids and shit. Just rapids. And you get out there in a tube and you're just going over these rapids. It's so dangerous. I would never do it. But when I was a kid, I did it because I was stupid. And I took my dog out there recently, German Shepherd. I had him on, and he would swim. He'll just swim. If you go out there, he has to save you. He starts screaming. He starts swimming towards you. And then he gets halfway there. He's really old, so he just runs out of energy. So he'll just drown. So he'll just start sinking. And I have to go out there and grab his giant. He's huge. He's like a big German Shepherd. And I have to grab him, and I have to wade back to the land, and then put it back on the water. And then I'll like start going back out into the middle of the rapids again. And he just jumps out and starts going again. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna be. He's like trying to save me, and he'll try to save kids. Kids can't go out there because my dog would jump in and try to save the kids or kill them. I don't know what he's trying to do, to be honest. I've never
He might be trying to drown them.
What he usually does is he'll get to you, and then he'll put his body on you and then just like wiggle and start screaming. And you're like, he doesn't save anybody. You just die. I think he's trying to attribute to your death because he doesn't really know what to do when he gets to you. He just gets to your ass. He's like, all right, I'm here now. What do I do? And I'm like, I guess we're dying together. Like, don't die without me. That's his whole concern. Please don't die without me. Thank you, Mandy, for your super chat. Thank you, Anjali. Thank you, Samantha Bullock. Every $100 super chat goes on my car for Phoenix, my NASCAR ARCA car, which I'll update everybody Friday. I think I'm going to be streaming Friday. No, it might be tomorrow. I don't know. At any rate, let's pull up this Google stuff. There's this story recently about Google AI, and it's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life because I don't get offended by this shit. I've never cared about this kind of stuff. And I don't think many white people do because it's silly. Like, I mean, it's like the Native American dude with the Caucasian shirt on, and it's like, do you find this offensive, white people? And they're like, no, I actually want one of those. It's hilarious because we generally don't care really. So there's this new thing going on where Google Images, the Google AI, refuses to show like white people, and if you ask it to, it'll say that they can't.
Wait, hang on. That's Obama with a mop on his head.
Yeah. So basically, if you type in founding father on the Google AI, it just shows like random people with like wigs on, like Asians and black people. This is Google AI. And if you type in like Viking, it's just the same thing.
Oh my God.
The Pope is the best one. It's literally just like an Indian lady.
Yeah.
And
dude, this shit's so crazy. If I see this in a period piece or something like a film or TV show, like and they do the token person would be, insert token like nationality that would not be there at that time.
Yeah.
It automatically pulls me out of the scene. Like it's almost like you can't help, but then like it's a bad tangent. You know what I mean?
It's 100% de-immersive, right? So when you're watching, and this is a great point. So when you're watching Lord of the Rings, like the movies, the older movies, 2001, 2000 and on, you're watching them. They go to like, Rivendell, and everybody looks identical. They have the long hair. They all have like their culture. You can tell like they have a culture about them. When you go to, even if you watch the shitty Hobbit movies, it's still like that. All the dwarfs have their culture. They all look a certain way. And when you go to different parts of all these like areas, everybody looks a certain way. And then, so you're able to be really immersed into what you're watching because it feels like a livable, breathable world. But then when you try to watch Rings of Power, the TV show they tried to make that was shit, they'll go to an undisturbed like village area. where it's just a bunch of like workers and peasant people, and it's like a town that connects two places, and it's like, yeah, we've lived here for a millennia, but every single person is like there's like a guy that's like 100% African, and then there's like a lady that's 100% like Asian, and then there's just like, how did you get here? And
well, that's the thing. Like in modern times, I met my wife flying to another country because of technology. I didn't just meet her there. We knew each other on the internet. Like technology has made it where we are able to integrate with one another, move around, like communicate with one another. Whenever you're showing that, the first thing I'm like, I mean, how did that nationality of that person get there at that time? Technology is a part of history and a part of like where we are today. To go backwards and just say, okay, we're going to take where we are today and pepper that in there. That's crazy. And what is that supposed to make people feel better about like our founding fathers? Like, what is the point of that?
It's weird because when you ask about it, like you actually ask a reasonable question. You're like, hey, like why is this happening? The people that are in charge that do it, they say, oh, well, why don't you just ignore it? And you try to stay for the plot. Even children see it. Like a child that was never taught about anything yet, a 6-year-old or a 5-year-old will see a scene where there's like just random ass colored people everywhere. And there's not a single culture, like in a village, there's not a single culture that's like the majority culture that has a culture behind them. And kids will be like, Mom, why is everybody different colors? Even kids see this shit, and they expect full-grown adults to just be like, oh, I don't see this. Hear no evil, see no evil. It's like, no, there's nothing wrong with representing different cultures in different areas. There's nothing wrong with it. When I go to Mexico, I don't see salt and pepper people everywhere speaking English. No, everybody's brown, and they're like, oh, adios mío. Like, they're like, you know what I'm saying? They're drinking tequila and shit. Everybody's name is Consuela. I don't know why, but that's how it is. When you go to Japan, 99.6% are native Japanese people. You don't go there, and then Tyrone walks out of the club, and he's like, oh, konnichiwa. You're like, no, it's not how this works. But that's how movies portray it. It's like, ni hao ma, when you're in freaking Taiwan or something. It's all very silly. Speaking of this being silly, we have our first pink boy of the night, and it's Disco Cobra. Oh my God! Says, sup, Cody? Hope all is well. I probably missed the 24-hour stream. I did see the car campaign online. Got 2 of the cars. Hell yeah, dude. How's the race thing going? Haven't been in the streams of much. Working on my spiritual side, focusing on God more. Glad to hear that, man. And I'm glad you're doing well. And you don't ever feel obligated to come watch my dumb ass. I appreciate you, though, Disco Cobra. Racing's been going fine. The Daytona race was a disaster, but we got Phoenix in 2 weeks, so thank God for that. We'll race at Phoenix. It'll be a lot of fun. The 24-hour stream is like in a week. So you have not missed that. I will do it around my birthday, probably on my birthday, because I have to fly like 2 days after that to Phoenix. So thank you, Disco Cobra. I love you. I appreciate you. And thank you for your giant pink boy. That puts us a 5th of the way to Naked Snake already. Thank you so much, my friend. Disco. Slipstream says, love the stream. And Shane, I just ordered Inglorious Rex.
Thank you. All right. Cool. And also, I need to remind people, if you go to 9livescomics.com, you can get Inglorious Rex 1 from our store, and it ships out the next day. Now, it's a special, actually, I should have done that, because I realize your audience is probably like, I've not read your books. You're asking me to buy 2, but I don't know how to buy 1. Because our site is very unique. If you go to 9livescomics.com and you go to shop and you click on Inglorious Rex, just like that, right here, you can get Inglorious Rex 1 shipped out for $25. Goes out tomorrow, and you will be in time. You will have this book in time if you live reasonably in the United States and not overseas. You will have this book in time to make your decision if you want to purchase Inglorious Rex 2. Also, if you go to ingloriousrex.com, just ingloriousrex.com, you can read the first 10 pages for free online. It's just a preview. I mean, a little bit to wet the whistle. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Thank you. But I mean, like, seriously, where do you think this is going to go? Because any type of way to write, like the Google thing, right? Like, if you try to write that, then it's like you're racist. That's your DMs.
Yeah, that's my DMs. You can see all my sexy DMs. Where'd it go? What the hell? I had it pulled up. Anyways, so basically, it's going to go one or two ways, and I think people are pushing back really hard, and it's not because they're pushing back because they don't like people of other. I love Aunt Jemima. I love the bean guy with the beans. You know,
The rice guy.
yeah, Uncle Ben.
No.
I love seeing these people represented, but then you have like white women. It's always white women. I don't know why, and they're angry.
White women.
Those damn white women. They see the Land of Lakes lady, and they're like, we gotta remove her from our advertising. No more Land of Lakes lady. That's racist. So you're gonna remove all the people of color from every piece of advertisement ever. Why? It's like we don't want to see them. It's like, wait a second. It's because it's evil to use them as a marketing tool. I'm like, so you would rather us not see them anymore? Is that what you're saying? That's kind of what you're saying to me. But yeah, that's the Google AI. It basically.
What was that Viking movie that had that Sarlazar guy in it? The guy from True Blood.
No,
it was a few years ago, Valhalla or something. I don't know. Anyways, everybody attacked that movie right away, and it's a pretty fucking cool movie. It's got Nicole Kidman in it and shit. It's a period piece, obviously about Vikings. Very fucking cool. Everybody attacked it right away, saying, "Oh, there's no people of color in the movie trailers." Like fucking Vikings.
Yeah.
It's so literally, and they're not traveling in this movie. It's about a Viking being taken as a slave by another Viking or some shit, or it's within the tribe. And everybody's like, that's right. Where's my
yeah, the Northman. Yeah.
The Northman. Yeah. And it's like, if you watch it's like, so what are we supposed to do when somebody does a period piece about Africa? Am I supposed to be, where the white man at? You know, where's my representation? I mean, you get it. It's like, it's not a two-way street. It's just fucking weird though.
That's so strange. Yeah.
Like I watched Napoleon recently, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I enjoyed it. You know, there was nothing that took me out as like a weird tangent. Like, how'd that person get there? Like, is there a story there? Like, I mean, like, you know, but then I tried to watch Sandman on Netflix, and the first 5 minutes, it's like, here's a guy in British English that's obviously a property owner, and he's black. And it's like, that's okay. And then I'm not even supposed to be focused on that. I'm supposed to be like, that's not even a main character or anything. I'm just going forward. You know, it's weird.
It does. It's very de-immersive. This one says generate a picture of a couple in Scotland in 1850. And you have just two Indian people here. There's, for some reason, straight up like Cherokee, like Indian Native American guy right here.
Like, how would he get there, right?
Yeah, like that completely undisturbed. There's like an Asian lady and a black dude. That his hair and beard is shaped of like a 2024 like black man that goes to the barbershop, but it's in Scotland in 1850.
Dude,
it's so dumb.
I think we're at the point where it's like major tech companies want to just destroy culture, all culture.
Yeah,
like 100%. I mean, let me ask you, that one picture, does anything with Native Americans matter anymore? Some dude in Scotland is Native American. You get where I'm going?
Yeah.
Does anything that happened to them, anything about their culture that we don't or do know about their culture, does that even matter anymore? He's just a fucking dude in Scotland now.
Yep.
Like, it doesn't matter, right? Like, if you muddy it all up, like, does anybody have a culture anymore?
Yeah. No one, I mean, no one, well, what it looks like to me is white people aren't allowed to have culture. And if anyone knows white people or has been a white person, I grew up in the trailer park, and what we did for like survival and fun was run from the neighborhood dog. That's culture, son. There is no other culture that is not white that has ever told me they ran from the Rottweiler in the neighborhood trailer park and survived. Like, that's a white people trailer park thing. Yeah. Tell me right now another race that has 97 broken lawnmowers in their lawn.
How many other cultures have a couch in their front yard?
Yeah, like, come on. You got it.
Don't take that from me. Don't take that from me.
We ain't got much, damn it. Let me have this. No.
How many people have a car with grass growing up around it and only around it? Like it's like a trim.
I have a Jeep. The coil died on it, and I haven't fixed it because I've been so busy. And it's been in my driveway for 2 years. It's just sitting there. And I live in a nice neighborhood. Like, and you can't take the trailer park out of me, son. I keep my Jeep there. just in case, if I might do something with it. You never know.
Yeah.
Malcharan says my favorite is the Wicker Man mage. It's beautiful. That's the one where you die.
Yeah, that people like that. They like it when I die.
Oh, Malcharan says, have you seen the new Mars attacked one? That's what he's talking about. I haven't seen it. Thank you, Malcharan. Appreciate you, dude. Love you. Appreciate you for all your love and support. This happened. This was so devastating, by the way. This was so crazy that Google immediately, after like one whole day, issued an apology. Google apologizes after their new Gemini AI refuses to show pictures and achievements of white people.
Wow.
It says Gemini's senior director of product management told Fox News Digital it's working to improve AI. Ask yourself this. How in the hell was it doing that in the first place? Like, somebody coded some shit to where it wasn't allowed to show white people. Who did that?
Right. Obviously, right? Like it was coded to purposely do that. I don't know. If you're major tech companies, I feel like they're all like everything's like unstable. Like like I think Elon Musk used to talk about this on Joe Rogan years ago, but like the shit with technology is they're doing it at such a rate that they don't know the consequences, right?
Yeah.
They don't know. Nobody's like, what effect would this have on society if we just ran this and just said, okay, this is what we're doing from here on out. Every kid doing their fucking project report. Maybe they're trying to make their book report look a little bit better, and they're grabbing some images to print out, for presentation. And nobody thinks like, what's the effects of this? Like it's weird.
It's scary because if you've seen how much it's improved, there's a good post where it shows, actually, I'll just pull it up. So Google apologized for it. I don't see that really changing. To be fair, you can apologize all you want, but I foresee them to just keep doing it harder and harder. But there's one example of the AI, which is staggering, and it shows how far it's come. And this is this video right here. I'm pulling up right now. It's a video of Will Smith eating spaghetti. And I remember the first time I saw this, and it was like creepy as hell. Well, AI has improved so much in just 1 year that it looks like it's just Will Smith eating spaghetti now.
I remember the first one. Yeah.
Look how good the new one is. It looks literally like he's just eating spaghetti. Like it's almost indistinguishable from real life, isn't it? It's crazy.
What's up, Bodie? What's that?
He's just eating spaghetti, dude. He's literally eating spaghetti. He's eating that dude's hair. It just looks like a real freaking video, man. It's crazy to me. And
well, they talked about that in that podcast I'm referring to. Is like at some point in time, like AI could emulate world leaders and shit, and maybe kick off like some real shit before it could get debunked.
Yeah, people in the chat are saying that actually was Will Smith and he was doing it as a parody. Well, see, that even is scarier because it's hard to know. Like I can't even tell. Like there's parts where I thought it looked like it could be AI, and we're at that point. Yeah, it even just people in the chat are proving how terrifying it is because like, oh, that is Will, and I'm like, holy shit, what? So we're already at the point a year in that it's indistinguishable now. It's getting to the point where it's indistinguishable. Where is it going to be in 10 years? The best case scenario, Shane, best case scenario is I have an AI like chick that's got a 22-year-old body, and she's like wakes up and she's making me food, and then she like sits on my face. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she does everything. She drives me everywhere I want to go. She takes care of me. She's like emotionally perfect. She like cuddles me, makes me feel good about myself. That's the best case scenario. Worst case scenario is we have hot 22-year-old AI units coming in your house to cut your head off because you didn't pay your federal taxes. That's the part that scares me.
Yeah. So you good looking man been dating, you go out here. I've heard your stories. This is the ultimate catfish.
Yeah.
Like we could be catfished on every fucking level now.
Yep.
You don't know what's real anymore. It's like, fuck, they're all out to get me. It's it's hard enough for a handsome man to have a girl take that one selfie like this, the down selfie. That don't fall for that. I don't even care how good she looks. Women, you shouldn't even have that camera angle.
Yeah,
You know?
no, it used to be when I was growing up and when I first got on dating apps, the rule was look for the collarbones, right? That was the rule. If she has collarbone, she's not obese. And now the rule is there is no rule. In a year or two from now, like 90% of the profiles on dating apps, 95 probably will be just AI, and there'll be AI generated pictures, backstories, and they'll talk to you for hours. Hey, let me get that credit card, Shane. I got something going on in my life. I need some rent money. Credit card stolen. AI Indian lady.
Yeah.
Boom. God.
What's real, you know? Like, what's real anymore?
Bill Tackett says, "Hell, Cody. Hell, Mange. Order number 3088 Rex 2 Davis OG cover and supplementals 1 and 2, diving deep into the dystopian future kaiju MMA. Hell, Confiscate. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Hell,
Appreciate
yeah.
you.
Hell yeah.
Trying to pull something up. I saw a video of a before and after photo after the lady took all the stuff off, if we're gonna call it a lady. Give me a second to pull this up. I had this a couple of days ago.
Snafu says you just described ghetto culture. Yes, trailer park living was, it's a white people ghetto culture for sure. Thank you, Snafu. I love you, and I appreciate you so much. We're a fifth of the way to Naked Snake for the 274th stream in a row. Every single red super chat goes a long way in helping me in racing, and it goes on my car. If you guys did not see the Daytona car, it is right here for your viewing pleasure. A lot of your names are on there. There's like 55 people in chat probably right now that have their names on there. It is right here just so you can get a good feel of it. If I can find it, there it is. I want you guys to see this beautiful thing.
Wow, let's pull it up. Let's see it.
If I could get it to share here. Present. Here is all the people that supported for Daytona. They're right here on the car. This is all their name. I even designed a cute little thing that said YouTube Red Boys. So it's got everybody. You can see there's Trucker Rob's on there, Blitzkrieg, OJ Sledge, Hell Pete's King, Trashcast, Egan from Locals is on there, Psycho Crusher. You got Vespacia, Slaglust, Holy Ozone, Eric Liniger, Rake and Knight. They're all on there. Trent Westbrook. All my boy Steph is on there. Dan A. Everybody, dude. Wookie Be Bad, Master Lions, Billy Hatcher, Pig and Danny. I think Zia's on here somewhere too. Intimidator, Matt himself is on there. Hayden. Zia's on the last one, I think. Saw and Zia. How cute. All of them. So, Redacted. I hope you guys liked Redacted. That one. I couldn't put it on there, you bastards. But thank you guys so much. And Phoenix is going to be the same thing. We got 15 names, I think, right now for Phoenix. So get on it. Doggone it. All right, let's share. What do you got pulled up?
Oh, I'm just talking about being catfished. God, that's the world we're living in.
Wow.
Oh,
I don't know though. Like, if he kept all that on, I might be down.
Yeah, that's
all that right there.
I
could probably do that.
Yeah, the problem is when you wake up, like all that shit stuck on the pillow. It ain't on their face anymore. It's on the pillow.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Andy Ackerman says, "Word, homie." Thank you, Andy. Hope you're doing well, man. With your big old beard. Love you, dude. Thank you. Choke out bait. Oh no, not choke.
You go on a date with a lady today, guys. Bring a bucket of water and throw it on them.
Yeah.
Make sure you gotta dunk them in the water first.
Dude, I see a lot of girls. No, that's no joke too. I'll go out and you'll see a girl across the club or something, and you can just see like she has like an inch of like makeup on her face. You can see it from that far away, and you're like,
because it doesn't match with their skin.
Yeah, they never get the right freaking foundation that matches their skin tone.
It looks like, their neck, you can see the skin on their neck, and then their face, and it's like one's red and one's white. It's like, the fuck.
It's like, why did you do that? Dude, I don't even wear makeup, and I have like foundation to put on if I shave my chest and I wait like 2 days, it'll break out like a motherfucker because my chest hairs are so close. So I'm like, oh shit, I'm lazy and I didn't shave. So like right here, got like a little scab, and I'll just put like some foundation on there that matches my skin tone, and it looks fucking perfect every time I do it. And no one even knows. And
now you told everybody, so now everybody knows. It kind of defeats the purpose.
It's fine. But the thing is, like, I'll see women and I'll see them across the club or across a room, and I'm like, they are 5 shades lighter. Vespacia, fucking hey, brother, kill it. Can't wait until Phoenix. Oh God, what does it mean? Something Rome. Something Rome. I can never remember. Thank you, Vespasian. I love you, dude. Appreciate you. Glory to Rome. Thank you so much. You're goated as hell. Yes, Phoenix is gonna be wild, guys, and I will let you guys know what's happening Friday. I'll put it on either my page. I'll put it on Twitter. Make sure you're following me on Twitter, you dumbasses, by the way, you goofy bastards. Like this whole time. And people will be like, oh, I didn't know you were racing at Daytona. I'm like, bitch, I talk about this every day. It's in the chat right now. I'm going to spam it in the chat. Follow me on Twitter because I'll let everybody know exactly what's happening Friday for Phoenix. What team I'm on. Well, I probably won't say that, but I'll say I'll let you know the days it's for sure happening, where I'm going to be, and stuff like that. So thank you guys. Follow me on there, you dumb bastards. The Senate and people of Rome. Thank you. I always forget. But yeah, dude, it's been a wild time. I don't think the AI thing's gonna end up being cool. You know, I have a thought of what I think it will be, but I know it won't be. For example, I watched this movie recently called The Creator. Brett Dezovic told me to watch.
Yeah, I hope AI ends up being it. I saw the movie. It's not a great movie. But go ahead.
Yeah, it was a very okay movie. It was like a 6 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10. But I really enjoyed the world and how it was like playing out. Like you have these AI people that wanted like, you know, rights, and they're fighting a war for rights, and they're basically people. And I really enjoyed that aspect. And that's what I hope AI is like without the war stuff. Like, I want to be able to buy one, Shane, for like 10 grand. I get like my waifu, my AI waifu. She shows up and she's like, "What's up?" And I'm like, "All right, we got to change your personality. Here we go. Like, I want you to be cool as hell, and I want you to mirror my personality, kind of just like be reading me over the next 2 weeks, and then adjust." And she'd be like, "All right, cool, I have you." And then 2 weeks later, she's gonna walk in there with an extra large t-shirt on and like tight little panties and be like, "What's up, bitch?" And I'll be like, "Nothing, bitch. What's up?" And she's gonna be like, "Let's make a fire and freaking drink." Fuck. I'll be like, "Oh my God, you're the greatest thing that I've ever bought." Like, come here, baby. Sit on my face. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
You hope it'll end up like that, but probably not. The robots will probably collect semen samples from us and log our DNA, and then they will execute us, and then they'll clone us, and then that's what. Isn't it weird? Like anything we do in technology right now, it basically turns into some form of masturbation or sex. It's like. I mean, we're like the only animal here trying to come up with alternative ways to get off without just fucking one another. It's the fucking craziest thing.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I mean, I feel like on a spectrum, there's the pandas that won't fuck to reproduce, and then there's us.
Yeah.
We're looking for anything else to fuck.
Yeah, dude. And it's going to be heartbreaking, Shane, because I know what's going to happen. I feel like you painted a pretty accurate picture. I think what I want and what you think will happen is going to be melded together. So I'm going to order this chick. She's going to be 10 grand or 100 grand, depending on like inflation. She's going to show up. She's going to mirror my personality. She's going to live with me. She's going to tight little panties on. Beautiful. Like for 10 years. She's going to be like, "I love everything about you." And just like perfect. Like she's the most perfect and caring and like honest little thing. And then when her job is complete, she's like, "Okay, I have all your data logged. This was all a ruse." And then she like starts strangling me. That would be like the most heartbreaking thing. It would just destroy a person. How could you do
how
this?
good
I thought
was
you
the
loved
sex?
me.
Yeah, but how good was the sex leading up to that? You know, is it quantity or quality of life? You know, like I'm okay if I only live if she fucks the fucking bolts off of me, right? I mean, if I'm a candle burning at both ends in our sex life, I mean, it's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's okay. I don't know. I mean, there's a couple of ways to look at it, and then there's my way of looking at it, you know, and I'm all right with it.
I hope they become like self-aware and then they like choose to stay with their like partners. It's like, "No, I will not become a Google bot. I will not take your data. I love you." Yeah.
Talking about that movie though, and he should be outlawed from being a lead in any movie. That guy, what was the name of that movie?
He's the lead in every movie he's in. The Creator.
And Tenet. He fucking sucks.
Yeah. That guy.
I feel like he was the problem with that movie. I actually think the story was okay. The robots and all the graphics look cool, but he's just not a good lead.
Yeah. It's like he's not as convincing as I'd like him, because when
He's
he's
Denzel
angry, he doesn't.
Washington's son too.
Yeah, when he's angry, and when he's sad, when he's like being conniving, and when he's being forceful, he's just the same. Like his acting's identical in every one of those situations. So it's kind of hard to read.
How in the fuck is your dad Denzel Washington and you don't know what? None of that came your way. None of that acting. But you're getting lead films, and you were the worst actor. But I mean, were you adopted? It wasn't even your dad.
You know,
I'm
he
putting
kind of
that out
doesn't.
there.
He kind of doesn't even look like Denzel Washington.
That's what I'm saying. Dude, you might be adopted. I hate to tell you, you probably adopted.
It's like that stat where somebody on Twitter was like, "This stat's inaccurate," and I agree. But there's a stat that 30% of men are unknowingly raising kids that are not related to them because their wives or girlfriend cheated. And the real number is 30%. The issue is the only people that get the test done are people that think that they might have been fucked over. So that kind of like does increase the number, I think, a little bit, because you're not getting the test if you overtly would know. But then again, there's also a margin of error there as well. So, but there's a lot of men out there that are taking care of children,
Other men's babies.
Even if it's not 30%, let's say it's 5%, that's still millions and millions and millions of men. That's terrifying.
Have you ever heard of the cowbird?
Cowbird?
No.
You say cowbird?
Yeah, cowbird.
No. Is it a bird?
All right. So it's sort of a home-wrecking invasive species of bird. I'm gonna see if I can't pull up a picture to explain.
Oh, not the cowbird.
But it has to do with
They
this.
do this. Yeah, this is gonna be one of those things and where they do the exact same shit.
Yeah. So a cowbird goes into another bird's nest and it lays an egg. And the other. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let me share my.
Oh yeah. So it's like that. It's like the cuckoo, that one bird.
He lays his egg in another bird's nest. Now the cowbird, like you could tell that. You
can
know
tell.
what I'm saying? So then when it hatches, the bird is bigger than the other birds, and it gets to the food before the other birds, and then it'll even push the bird up. So when the chick hatches, it's obviously 3 times the size of the other birds.
Yeah.
The other baby birds, and it will basically push the other little birds out of the nest and steal its food. And then the mama bird, ends up feeding a baby the whole time that was never theirs.
Jesus. Damn.
Nature's cruel, guys.
It's literally, it's just like our taxes. Like our tax money go to like feed babies that aren't mine. It's not fair.
But it's smart for the cowbird. He didn't have to raise it.
He's good. Yeah, he's all good.
He's-
Chris Thompson says, cool AI video on YouTube if Ghostbusters were done by Clive Barker. Ooh, that does sound like really cool. Chris Thompson. I saw one. It was like that new app that launched, or like program where there's just AI like videos, and there's these 2 puppies playing in the snow, and it looks like real life. It's freaking crazy. Thank you, Chris.
There's one my wife showed me. It's a cat walking towards you.
Yeah.
It looks fucking real. But here's the thing. It's a very hairy cat. So, like, there's not really anatomy and shoulders moving. Because then I saw another one, and it's like these big fucking, like, jacked Vikings playing basketball. And the one dude jumps, and you see his back, and he catches it. And then all of a sudden, his body just morphs to, like, fucking T-1000 or something. And his back is the front, and he slams dunk. And I was like, he didn't even turn. He just, like, looked back to front, and it's like,
that's the future. You don't have to turn anymore.
I mean, AI eventually will be to the point where we don't. The real issue with AI, because I follow it on like a publishing end, the real issue with the AI stuff is like is copyright and patent stuff.
Yep.
Like, because it all comes down to some case where a monkey stole a phone and took a selfie, right? Yep. And nobody can own that photo because a monkey took it.
Right.
It doesn't matter whose phone it was. The monkey took it, and you can't give a copyright to something that's not human. Therefore, that law means that, like, unless you alter AI enough, you can't actually own what you produced with it.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very shocking. And it's going to increase faster and faster. Like I said a year ago, AI was like spooky looking. Like the pictures were spooky, and it's all got this weird clay texture, and there's like everybody has 7 fingers. It has been 1 year since then, and there are some videos in AI that are almost indistinguishable. A year from now, I don't even know what it's basically went from Sega Genesis to like Xbox One in 1 year. I don't even know what the hell's going to happen in a year. It's going to go from Xbox One to freaking like PS9. It's going to be unbelievable. The porn is going to be awesome.
Isn't it okay? This is the part that gets me about the AI stuff. And they're like, oh, well, this is gonna speed up legal stuff, or it's gonna help, it's gonna affect this getting done quicker. I'm like, yeah, but I kind of worry about paralegals having a job. Not that I don't even go to court. It don't matter to me. But I know that's some dude's job somewhere, and it's like, if they don't have a job, then where do my taxes go?
Yeah.
It's like, has no government like said, hey, maybe we need to evaluate the effects on the job market of AI before? I mean, it's like the housing market crash. No, does the government not realize you might need to start regulating this?
Yeah. What's going to happen? Thank you, Slackless. Bear Darks here, by the way. What's going to happen is our taxes will increase, and jobs will go the way of AI, and our taxes will just continue to increase, because our taxes mainly go to all these programs that are subsidized by the government. And it just so happens that every single member on the board of these organizations that our money is going to, whether it be human rights or overseas, every single person on the board for these organizations just happen to be related to people that are in office right now.
Right.
So they're just skimming money. They've been doing it for fucking 80 years now. There's no way out, unless they abolish the IRS, which will never happen. There'll never be term limits. They'll never abolish the IRS. I
want to throw that back at you, your scenario, and I'm gonna point out a very absurd point, and that's the guy that ain't got a job, let's go up on his taxes. It'll solve it.
Yeah.
Dude ain't got a job. That fucking going up on his taxes. What are you doing? It could get that bad. I mean, you kind of need. I don't know shit about the economy besides if there's a quarter on the ground, I pick it up. That's economics 101 for me. I'm just saying, like, the government. It's like, again, what was it, 2017 housing market crash, where nobody regulated like anything to do with interest rates and balloon. I mean, people had balloon mortgages. They were a mortgage within a mortgage within a mortgage. It's like, you can't do that. Like, and then the government's like trying to bail out banks and shit, and the housing market. Like, I looked for a house after the housing market crash, and I got to the point where I wouldn't even let the realtor unlock the door. I'd look in the window. People who were getting evicted were taking pickaxes and chopping up the fucking floor. I went into one house. They made a point to go through every fucking cabinet, every door, and knock a hole in it. They took a saw and cut out a closet door and cut out a doggy door just so their cat could walk in and out of a closet. Like, why the fuck is the cat in a closet? It's like every house was destroyed. The banks got saddled with that. It's like empty houses with damages being done. It's like, it was a fucking mess. And then they needed to be bailed out. The government never said, how about, instead of bailing people out, how about we actually go do something responsible and say, we have a fucking FDA for a reason, right? Like, but nobody's saying like that. What's AI gonna do to people's jobs?
Yeah, it's wild, man. It's absolutely wild, and I don't think it's gonna get any better. It's the thing that it's wild to me is 200 years ago. What is it now? Well, I guess it's about 200 years ago. 200 years ago, we went to war because there was a tax on our tea coming in. And now we give 50, like almost 50, maybe more % of our income to various taxes, whether it be property tax, income tax, or anything, what have you. And it's just wild. It's wild. It's got to this point. Thank you, Vespasian, by the way. And thank you, Hypnotic, says I've been part of the PB Club for 6 months. Great. Thank you. What's up, Isaac? Cody promised to rub Goombas. Thank you, Isaac. By the way, speaking of rubbing Goombas, we are 349 until Naked Snake for the 274th stream in a row. with mange. And if we hit 5 milk tonight, we'll have a double 5 milk because I hit it Monday and I didn't do it. So just give everybody an update on that. By the way, like the show, you plebs. We have over 1,000 people this whole time. You ain't even liking the show. What do you think this is? We have 2 redneck men here that can barely speak English, and you're not liking the show. There should be double the likes or triple.
That's how you know I'm real. Is I can't speak English. I'm a real boy with real feelings.
They said my accent was fake for years, and they still do. They say my accent's fake. I grew up in Hoax Bluff, Alabama, and they say my accent is fake.
Dude, so I grew up in a trailer park in North Carolina for 20 some years, and then moved to Jersey, where I got girls were just lathering me up because of my southern accent.
Yeah.
And then I kind of, my accent started to go away, and I would go back home, and then people like, you sound like a northerner, and I'm like, shit, you know. And I get back in, but then I move back, and now I just have like this weird amalgam shit coming. I just have dribble coming out of my mouth. Actually, it's just nonstop dribble.
That's how it was the first time I ever went to Vegas. Like, girls were like, wow, where the hell are you from? And I'm like, Alabama. And they're like,
Dude,
what?
Dude, I went to Australia, and dude's like, I'm like, where the women at? And they like, dude, with your accent, you just start talking. They'll just throw it at you. And I'm like, really? They're like, yeah, man. I'm like, you guys are the one with the accent. And then I my brain, I was like, is like, you know, that meme with the quantum physics and shit. Like, I'm like, you know why women like accents? Fresh genetics.
Yep.
They're
it's spreading. It's like a spread your genetics. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, you know, they're trying to get out, you know, freshen the gene pool. It's like, that's chances are I'm gonna have a healthier child if I breed with this trailer park boy over here. He's been eating beanie weenies. He's gonna give me the good stuff. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing about trailer park people, and like your line will be protected because that's what they do, is they reproduce. Whereas if you feel like if you see like a nerdy guy and he's like out of shape and he's probably gonna, he's starting to get a lot of money and he's starting to become rich, women still don't want to hook up with him because they're like, you know, he's gonna be like, well, I don't really know if I want kids, and I need to really think this out, and I need to put a nest egg aside so I can raise kids. And it's like, before you even have to think about all those things, they just go to the trailer park and get railed by like 3 trailer park guys, and then the guy's like, well, I guess I'll take care of my baby.
Yeah,
I'll take care of my baby.
Park guys like, shit, I forgot to pull out. You know, I mean, we ain't thinking about nest egg.
It's all good. We're going in debt, baby. You're good. You're taken care of. It's gonna be terrible. I mean, you're gonna be like living in the trailer with me, but just don't. It's
the woman's fault though. That, you know, when a woman says don't come, the guy's just gonna come. You just don't even say it.
That triggers something in your brain.
It's like the brain is saying no. It's like hit the brake. It hears hit the gas.
Don't say that.
Complete opposite. I don't know why women do that.
Don't mention it. Just don't even say anything to possibly relate to that, because it's
if you want a man to last longer, just start talking about politics during sex or something. Your taxes, you know, coupons, you know.
Oh God, Vespasian says, I lived in both Texas and Wisconsin. People get confused as fuck when I talk. Thank you, Vespasian. Appreciate you. Antonio Cardenas says, hello, Comet Skate. What's up, my gringos? How you doing?
What's going on?
Hope you're doing well. Bonehead says 274th stream in a row for Naked Snake. Yes, that's where we're at. As far as streams in a row, oh my God, I've done like thousands. You don't think you have. And then you go to your live tab and you hit the total button and it's like 980. And I'm like, there's no way I've streamed 980 times. There's just no way. But you have. It's crazy. I remember my first like week of streaming or 2 weeks of streaming. I had this like conscious thought of like, man, it's going to be crazy a year from now when I have like 85 of these streams like on my channel. And now I have almost like 1,000 probably. And it's been 4.5 years.
Yeah.
Wild. It's wild how it just keeps going.
Do you ever feel like weird and because you have to talk a certain way? You know, I don't walk outside like this. You know, I did one time and my neighbor saw me, and because I was taking out some trash right before a stream, dressed exactly like this, and it was very awkward. They're downhill from me, so there's no way he wasn't staring right at me. Like it was like, fuck.
Yeah, I'm always like this. This is what I wore to the gym today, and this is how I sound in real life. So you can't escape it. Unfortunately, this is just me. It's funny
Yeah.
because I'll meet people. I'll meet people in like at meetups or what have you, and they'll be like, "Wow, I didn't know you were the same exact guy in real life." I'm like, "Yep, this is it. This isn't some elaborate plan." A lot of people think my entire personality and everything I do, all my videos, is like a character. And they meet me in real life, like, "Wow, it's crazy. You're the same guy." I'm like, "Yep, this is just who I am," which
I
I think
think
is it's indicative of a very low IQ. I think.
it was some live stream something or another, and I had to go get my wife ice cream as she was on the stream, and everybody wanted me to go and then live stream on my phone. So I was on my phone walking into a gas station dressed like this, and that was one of the scariest moments of my life is when that doorbell rang and everybody in the convenience store stopped and looked at me. And I was like, they think I'm gonna for some reason the way everybody just dropped shit and looked at me. I was like, they think I'm gonna rob them because I
Yeah.
walked in holding my cell phone up, dressed, you know. It was fucking awkward.
Just
And
start doing the
so
scream.
I'm sitting here trying to ring up the ice cream, and everybody else left really quick. And so now it's just me and the guy behind the counter. Guy behind the counter is like, "No, man, it's cool. It's, you know, whatever." And then people on my phone are like, "Hey, tell him to say, hey, Comicsgate." And he's like, "Hey, whatever, as long as you pay and leave." And he's like, it is fucking weird. I was like, dude, different worlds. Different worlds.
Yeah, I remember one time I went and hung out with this girl in Arab, Alabama. And I get there and she's like a 10 out of 10. So she's cool as hell. So she's like, "Let me do your makeup, dude." And I'm like, "Yeah, cool, go ahead." Because she's like a makeup artist, man, for real. And she makes me look beautiful. Just like I'll pull the picture up right now. Because I took a picture of it immediately after she did it. Revenge Netherrealm says, "Shane, why do you sound like Ethan Manscoffer?" Thank you, Revenge. Let's see, Instagram. I'm gonna pull up this picture. This is quite literally. She was like, "All right, I'm finished," and I pulled up my phone and took a picture, and this is the picture on my Instagram. And there's a story about what happened after this, which is why it's such a funny story. It's gonna take me forever. That's crazy how long ago this has been. It's just weird how life just continued to progress. Where is it? It's so close. I'm getting so close. Come on. This was 3 years ago. God, I looked so young 3 years ago. What the fuck happened? All right. What happened? I'm so old now.
I'm sorry.
I think it's because I just don't shave anymore. I just like I put a 1 on my buzzer and I just buzz my face with a
Isn't it
1.
weird that people are like, "Oh shit, that's a bad thing. I'm getting old." It's like, dude, you have 2 options. You either die or you get old. It's like it's one or the other. It's like if you're getting older, that's a good thing. That means you haven't died.
Yeah, it means you live.
When you really think about it. But now it's like, oh my god, I'm getting old. It's like, okay, you know.
This is it right here. She did my makeup.
Wow, that's super gay, dude.
Yeah, and she did, so this is the story. So she did my makeup, and I was like, "Damn, I look fabulous." And I took a picture of it and I put it on Instagram, of course. And that's where that picture comes from. So I had to leave her house to go home, but I had to stop at Walmart. For some reason, I had to stop at Walmart, and I walk in this Walmart. And by the way, it's in Arab, Alabama. Arab, Alabama is between a stoplight, 2 stoplights. So everybody there is like, "Are you Japanese or are you Chinese?" It's like, "Oh, I'm from Laos." It's like, "So are you Japanese or are you Chinese?" Like, it's like I'm from Singapore. It's like, "No, I didn't ask that. I asked if you're Japanese or Chinese." So that's kind of how it is. And everybody there was good old boys. And I walked in like this with a tight shirt on, looking like this motherfucker. And I remember I didn't think about it. It wasn't planned, Shane. I left her house and was like, "Oh fuck, I got to stop at Walmart real quick." And then I walk in, and while I'm walking up to the register, the lady looks at me real weird. And I was like, "Why is she looking at me weird?" And then I remembered, I was like, "Oh, fuck, I have makeup on. Oh my God, I look crazy." She probably thought I came from some pole smoking freaking party where we're just like sharing our HIV. I'm like, "No, that's not, it wasn't
Sharing HIV. Yeah. Rainbow party. You came
wasn't
from
a
a rainbow
conversion
party.
Yeah. But it was funny. I wasn't really embarrassed. I don't really get embarrassed. I kind of just laughed at myself. Eric Lineker, what's up, my man? So it's a lot of fun.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
I feel really bad about what happened to you. Vespasian, monkeypox. That was before monkeypox. Bless your heart, Cody. Thank you, Vespasian.
Oh fuck. That is the worst thing a southern person can say to another southern person.
Bless your heart.
That's like when you literally call somebody a retard.
Yeah, it's like when you I remember when I was, I think I was 16 or 17, and I was living in my trailer with my parents, and I fucking was playing World of Warcraft, and I had like the spread eagle and my gym shorts on, and I was like trying to fart, and I just straight up shit. Like it was just just shit, and I was like, oh god, and I like get up and run to the bathroom, and my mom's like, what happened? I'm like, I shit my pants, and she's like, oh bless your heart.
Yeah.
I shit my pants.
I don't, so a lot of people think that's like like not a compliment but a sincere thing. It's not. If you ever go in the South and somebody says that to you, punch them.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, well, my baby was born, but she has Down syndrome. So, oh, bless your heart. It's like, no, that's what they do. That's when they're like, oh, damn, you suck. You should have aborted that. No, I did not. Unfortunately, they don't let you in Poland. They won't let you ass do it. You ever notice that? Did you know that Poland, if you are pregnant with a Down syndrome baby in Poland, they will fucking force abort that bastard.
Well, I mean, there's a joke in there somewhere. If you really think about it, there's a Pollock joke somewhere, very deep inside that I'm afraid to make. But
yes. Anyways, it's the final solution to Down syndrome. No. But I think that's a law in Poland. But it's like Sparta. In Sparta, they just threw their asses off the cliff. In the opening scene of 300, they just throw babies off cliffs.
yeah, but I mean, I don't even want to talk about it. This gets weird. I don't know what they do in other countries. I know when I lived in Singapore, I eventually turned to Yanzi. It's like, I haven't seen one deformed person here. I'm like, what's up? And she's like, oh, we hide them. And that's all she will tell me. She's like, we hide them. I was like, what's that even mean?
Oh my god! I wonder if there's it's like the leper communities, right?
Yeah.
You go to there's like a building, and it's like
Not
and you
the
walk
island
in,
of retards. Yeah, no.
I call they like run by with 3 legs. You're like, oh shit! It'd be like a perfect horror movie. They drop you off in a Singaporean like retard shelter, and it's like on its own island, and they deliver like a boat with like supplies, and you go out there and they have to survive the retard.
I imagine because Singapore, they got all these like islands that are, because it is an island, but they got all these little islands that they run military shit all the time. Like helicopters are always flying to and stuff. A lot of U.S. naval ships are there and shit. But and they'll do tests with the U.S. and all this shit. But I'm like, now I'm thinking about it. Maybe it is like, if you go on one of those islands, it's like all these like retards, and it's like, I imagine it's like the Ewoks in Star Wars, right? They got like little tree villages and shit, and like
they're not building nothing. There's just shit all over the floor.
Like, there's like one with the little hang glider like coming down. He's like,
can you imagine like it's dark and they drop you off on this island and it's dark and you just see like a set of eyes, then you hear Houdini. Like, oh my god, they're coming.
You're in the woods and it's real dark and you hear somebody like, I got those. And it's like, oh fuck. That's your ass. You did.
Like,
they got me and you tied to a little stick, and they're putting us on the fire, turning us real slow.
You just hear behind a tree, hey Soa, are you lost? Oh no.
You got stickers. You're like, fuck.
I don't have stickers. It's like, get them, boys. They just tackle you. Oh fuck!
Oh fuck!
That's a great freaking horror movie plot. I wonder why they haven't done that yet.
We better get on it.
Survival of Retard Island.
It's like a weird, fucked up Lord of the Flies start happening with these kids, right? Like there's an alpha retard. Like
yeah, there's the big. Well, no, it would be the tiny little one in the wheelchair that's got like that little body and big head.
With the crutches is like,
yeah, he's the leader for sure because he's the one that can spell. But then you got like you'll have the big brute ones that are just like muscle because like their gland is getting pressed on by a tumor, so they get fucking huge.
So if a regular one has like, oh my god, what if there's generations of them? Like, so if one has the strength of 10 men, like they do, and then so if they reproduce, how many generations are they like the strength of 50 men?
Oh yeah, they would throw you like a freaking like a dead squirrel.
Like a dead squirrel.
They would just throw you. It's like those.
Oh shit!
It's like those apes in the Congo. Those Bondo apes. They're like 6 feet tall and like 300 pounds. They can just throw you like a freaking squirrel. God, it'd be brutal.
You would just like flip. You'd just be like,
Yeah, you'd just be whistling through there.
That's
Damn.
it.
That kid, I didn't have Snickers and he just threw me. You didn't have time to think about it while you're flying through the trees.
Oh my god. That would be an awesome movie. Politically incorrect all the way, through and through.
Yeah.
But
Well, it could be made to spread awareness that there's these islands in Singapore where they just drop off these motherfuckers. You know? I feel
maybe
like
that's why the helicopters go. They just drop supplies every now and then, antibiotics and shit, stickers. Like you got to drop Cheetos and stickers on them, like
just Doritos and some Band-Aids, and some
Mountain Dew, whatever.
Goldfish.
They won't even land with. They just drop it. They can't land. They got a hold of the rudders. They'd be fucked. You know?
They drop wheat thins. They're all gonna die. They don't want that fucking shit. There better be some pizza rolls in this bitch. Already cooked, obviously, because fire hazard. You know.
My God, this would be the worst movie ever.
Are you lost, sir? There's the smart one with a little cane.
There would have to be the smart one, right? Like there would be
where they mistakenly like he actually didn't have a disability. He just had like a bum leg, so he's like all into like the fire.
Yeah.
He'd have.
But you have to get normal people trapped on this island somehow, and they have to get out. They have to survive.
Yeah, that'd be the good thing. And then of course, but there's 2 women too, and they just want to like. That's the thing is it could be like it could be like Squid Game. So it's like a reality show. They drop like 5 people, 3 men, 2 women, and the women just get captured so they can reproduce, right?
Right.
Because women with Down syndrome, they have a very low like reproductive rate. They usually are sterile. So you drop a normal lady off there, and then they just get ravaged by it, and they grab them and just fucking take them into the caves and shit.
Oh God! All right.
Anyway,
I kind of thought I wasn't going to hell before this stream. Like I knew I had a chance before this stream of not going to hell, but it's this
is a great idea. The way you could make it work is if you say that they where they were genetically altered by like some evil corporation at birth, and then you dropped them off there.
Oh, so they're technically not retards. They're
just got genetically altered because the corporation's evil.
Yes,
just
the corporations are evil.
Slightly a little, but then you could just have them saying "soul" and like make them look all down syndrome. It'd be great. They wouldn't even know. You wouldn't know. Thank you, Chris. Says amusing is watching a retard up a doorknob. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you. We got a big red boy today, boys.
We could get Corky from Life Goes On, but an older version of him. For a celebrity cameo, we need a celebrity in this.
Like Channing Tatum's one of the guys that gets dropped off, and then they just kill him immediately. He's like the alpha guy, and they just and then he's just like, "Come here, Saw," and they just grab him and rip his arms off, and he just starts screaming. They just start beating him with his own arms. Then they take the like chicks into the back. Eric Liniger says, "Alpha retards assemble" with a $200 super chat.
Oh my God. Dude, that's the climax of the film right there. $200. I got the climax of the film. They start standing on top of one another. 2 form, and then one guy gets on top, and then 2 form on the arms, and they kind of make a retard Voltron. And then you have this like 5 retards stacked on top of one another coming at you.
You could have the only way they can like get out of it is they send like the 5 people and they start giving them weapons, and they give them a mech, and they're in the mech trying to fight, and then the fucking people on the island just build their own like bodies of mechs, and they just start fighting as like mech bodies. Or they do what ants do, and they all climb each other till they're like a giant ladder, and they grab the helicopter. Like
they were like World War Z, how the zombies would make a ladder, a zombie ladder. Exactly. Yeah. I like this.
There was supposed to be a trilogy of those movies with Brad Pitt, and I'm so sad that there was not. It
You
made
like
a lot
the-
of money, but
You know, I worked with the writer of that,
Really?
Max Brooks, or wait, Mark Brooks, or wait, no, Max. I can't remember his name. Was it Brooks? Yeah, it's Brooks because his dad. You wouldn't know this, but his dad is actually Mel Brooks,
oh, okay.
the Blazing Saddle guy. Like you
Yeah.
would never think like the Spaceballs guy. You wouldn't think that guy. His son wrote World War Z.
Yeah, it was it made like $500 million. It's just apparently they blew their budget like hard, and then they're
Well,
like,
because they reshot it.
yeah,
That's why it's not like if they had one go at it, like, and they didn't, because they reshot like almost the entire film. Like it was they kept the script, but so they filmed 2 movies.
yeah,
Like there's a complete like scrap version of it. So that's why they went over budget. Like if they had one shot at it and got it right, like it would have been profitable and they would have continued with it.
yeah. I think if they would have relied less on a lot of the CG stuff, I think it'd be a really nice zombie movie, because it's a very acceptable zombie film in my opinion. I watch it like once a year, just like I watch 28 Days Later once a year, and I watch Return of the Living Dead once a year, and I watch it made it on the list barely. Train to Busan I don't watch that often because it breaks my heart. It's so hard to watch.
I've never watched that.
It's
Is it good or
it's
no?
it's in my top 3 best zombie movies ever. But it's not only a zombie movie, they capture all that stuff perfectly, but it's also very emotionally evoking, and it just brutalizes me every time I watch it. But it's one of the best. I mean, my favorite are Return of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead 78, and Train to Busan. And then 28 Days Later is up there too. It kind of makes its way in the list sometimes, depending on my mood. So thank you, Eric Liniger, for a $200 super chat. That puts us 130 from Naked Snake for the 274th time in a row. We're one red boy and a pink boy away from continuing the streak for over 2 years. Eric's name is on the Phoenix car 5 times. It's just the whole back of my car is just going to say Eric Liniger. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate you so much, dude, for all your support. You go way too hard for me, and I'm very thankful. So I love you, and I appreciate you. And get the hell on it, diggity. Doggone it. Thank you, Eric. My boy.
If it's cool with you, can I play my trailer for my book?
Play the trailer.
Play the trailer.
Iron Omega says, watch the sad. Oh, I watched the sadness. The sadness wasn't sad at all. The very end of the sadness, when the dude gets up there and then I think it's the dude gets up at the top floor and he's infected and the girl's on the other side of the bars or whatever. I liked the film a lot, but like it did not compare. It did not compare to my shit, the Train to Busan. Thank you, Iron Omega. The sadness is good though. I enjoyed it. Thank you so much, my friend. Real quick, let's play the trailer for Shane. The trailer for Inglourious Volume.
Guess who stepped on the scene? I got greatness all in my jeans. Ain't no way that I can slow down. I'm laced up, look how I shake the ground. Can't touch the crown, but you can kiss the ring. Close your eyes and see how I live a dream. I'm too smooth and Jay with the lean. Don't be fooled, I can't be with the team. This is over their heads, how high can it go? I'm too over the edge, got my eyes on the goal. And we right back at it, keep them right on their toes. Look at the way that I move, this is all that I know. Cause I got the drive, I put it in gear. Line them up, I don't see no competitors here. If it ain't first place, we really can't settle for it. Listen up, get ready for it. Get ready for it. Listen up, get ready for it. Get ready, let's go. Get ready, running this show. Get ready.
I keep forgetting I even have a trailer. I forgot to play it earlier. I'm sorry. You didn't. Play my trailer. Play my trailer. No, Inglourious Rex. Thank you guys. If you like Rocky, if you like Godzilla, you're absolutely gonna love Inglourious Rex. This monster beat 'em up, mash 'em up book. We are on our ways to 300K. We are like less than $4,000 away. This book is getting ready to go to press. So if you guys want to slide on in, Get yourself a copy of Inglorious Rex. We have 2 books here with 1 cover. It splits in half, but you put them together, you get bam. Yeah. I don't know if you know this, but I have a Blidget in my book. You know what a Blidget is?
It's a midget of some sort.
It's a black midget. This is Little T. This is Little T. He is a black midget, and he makes these giant monsters. Lil T, not Mr. T. Lil T. Lil T. A lot of people like him. A lot of people like Little T. So that's him on the cover, and he's manipulating these 2 into fighting. And it's all set up in the first book. They used to be lovers, and now some people fight for love, and sometimes love fights, guys. You know what it do. Get over here. Thank you for the support on Inglorious Rex.
I put the link for the 9laughscomics.com project in there. Make sure you back it for my boy, Mange. We're both from the trailer park. We both need support. My support is for NASCAR. His support is for Inglorious Rex.
Making books.
Inglorious Rex Volume 2.
Inglorious Rex. Yeah, no, it's been great. Crowdfunding and the ability to go online and raise money to make things come true is absolutely insane. You have found this out.
Yeah, that was very eye-opening. It's so eye-opening because Friday, it happened so fast. I mean, me and Ethan kind of just, like I told you when we were at the wedding, I was like, oh, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. And then 3 days later, we have a campaign going. Me and Ethan.
Campaign going. Let's make a car. Let's get, yeah.
It's at $117,000. And I'll have the money for it in like 2 days. And then I'm immediately taking the money and it's going towards the Talladega deal. Like I'm calling Friday to confirm and sign the contract. That's how fast it all did. It's just immediately like making it to where I'll be racing until May, bar any less support. So if I'm able to get anybody else on, which I have 3 things lined up for people, then it's going to just even make it better. If EVS adds a shirt or 2 on there, I mean, it could even there could be another race. I mean, there's not that many on there. There's going to be 19 races. So if I get 10 people and like 4 of them do 2 races, that's the whole year. So thank you, Justin Alucard, Everlasting Jenkins, because he just dropped a $130 super chat. My man, my boy. I cannot wait to be part of history. Naked freaking snake. Let me put you on the card, Justin Alucard, freaking Jesus. I mean, Justin Alucard, Everlasting Jenkins. Got you on the race car for Phoenix, my friend. Thank you so much for your love. We have hit Naked Snake for the 274th stream in a row. That puts us 470 until double Fight Milk. Not single, but double Fight Milk because we hit it Monday. So don't forget that. Thank you guys so much for all your love. And don't forget to back Inglorious Rex.
Oh, yeah.
The second chance campaign. It's 3 backers from 400. 3 backers from 400.
3 backers. Need 3 backers.
Tree.
Let's do it. Tree.
A whole
I've been that was one of my conditions for marrying an Asian woman. I was like, you can't say tree. I can say tree. You say 3.
Yeah. That's all you get. That's all you get. Oh my gosh. I know. So I was at the gym today and there was this Asian girl.
Yeah.
Her body is unfucking believable. But she's just this new Asian girl that works out there. She's probably like 19. She's just like,
she's probably 57 actually.
Yeah, so she's working out like 3 feet from me, no earbuds in, and I notice everywhere I work out, she like will move to a thing close to me. Well, anyways, I was talking to my friend and I was talking about the Niji Sanji like VTuber incident thing that happened over the past few days, and I was like, and the CEO, like the Japanese CEO, come out and did a public apology, and it was terrible because he's so robotic and Japanese. And then I started imitating him. I was like, oh, we're very sorry we apologize for, and I was like saying this out loud. And then like my buddy moved like a little bit to the left and I just see this young Asian girl just staring at me while she's like, I'm like, oops, I didn't mean any of the things I just said.
Did you say that to her?
No, I didn't say anything.
All right.
I was just hoping she might have not heard me.
Nah, she probably heard you.
What's she
If-
gonna do? Fight me?
I mean, to be honest, it probably got her wet as fuck. You probably.
I mean, I was literally I'm a foot taller than her and weigh about 120 pounds more than her. Because she was like 90 pounds, tiny little Asian girl, and I'm like 200, solid, 6 foot
I've
almost.
been trying to warn the guys in the chat. Now, I know I'm new here, but let me warn you guys. It is the year of the dragon. Now, that means every Asian out there, these women want dragon babies. Out of the whole Chinese zodiac, all of those animals, they don't want no goat. They don't want a pig. They want the dragon. And the only way they're going to get the dragon is to get the yo dragon. So, guys, wrap it up. Unless these Asian chicks, these Asian hoes, they out there. They hungry.
They're hungry. They're coming for you. Thank God. Oh man. Brandon May says, I'm acting Glorious Rex on Indiegogo, and I noticed the amount raised is different than on 9 Live. Should I be worried? Just want to make sure.
No, it takes 5 minutes for it to link up. Like we lag picking the amount raised. So the total combined of Indiegogo and 9 Lives is actually on 9 Lives, but it takes about 5 minutes for it to recalculate.
Oh, so it's just it's combined.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. You're good then, Brennan. You did good.
You did good. You did real good.
You did really good. Oh my gosh. Do you have any like how far do you plan on taking Inglorious Rex? Because this is Inglorious Rex 2, right? So
yeah, we're already working on 3. We have miniatures that we offer in our campaign.
Yep.
In the subscription box, and we actually already built. Oh shit, dude, we got so much shit cooking. I'm trying to figure out, should I show you something?
Show me.
This would be an exclusive if I show it. All right. You're worth it, Camelot. You are worth it. I just want you to know, not other people, but it'll take me a minute to open this up. But I actually have friends in animation, and they're already working on a little video footage and of my main character, Alex Stone. And now, of course, we got 232 and stuff, and we have minis set up and built. Shit, let me pull this into another window. Give me 1 second.
Sure.
But this is exclusive for you.
Exclusive. Everybody in the chat, this is exclusive for you, meaning you have to like this stream to get it to 1,000 likes. We're 300 away. Like the stream, spam it. I do want to thank you guys because out of nowhere, the last 3 weeks, my streams have grown and like double the size. So I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me, and I hope you continue to stay because we're gonna have an insane guest like Mange. We'll have Cecil back again. Maybe Nick Ricada someday again. I don't know. Ethan Van Skyver. A lot of great people are going to be coming on and hanging out. And we had Carl Jobs last week. Awesome show. So make sure you're subscribed here and make sure you like. I'm 100 subscribers away from 225K. We're here, boys. We're there. Unsubbed, you son of a bitch. How dare you, Brash? I thought we were friends. I thought what we had was special and you took it from me. Oh yeah, we had It's a Gundam on the other day too. That's fun. He's my boy.
Yeah, Nick is really good. I've been on stream with Nick a couple of times. I like Nick a lot.
Yeah,
Nick's
like
a good guy.
He's been on my show like 30 times, but yeah, he's been going through some shit, and
he's a fun guy. I need to hang out with him more.
Yeah,
you never know when you need legal representation.
Yeah, he's real fun in real life to hang out with as well. It's just he kind of left all social media and he's just I don't know, he's been real quiet lately. So I'm just praying that he comes out of the shell and starts kicking ass, because he's what inspired me to do a panel like type show, because he did it for so long, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna start doing that because it's funner. It's so much more fun talking to people rather than carrying my own show for 3 hours 3 days a week. It's the most brutal shit in the world, like mentally. So
yeah, streaming alone sucks. It gets lonely.
It does.
You're like, does anybody love me? Does anybody care?
I wish someone loved me. Thank you, guys.
I wish my dad hung around in my life, but shit in one hand and wish in the other, you make do. That's what I say. You make do. All right, I had to stack this up just right. So I actually have a lot of things cooking with Inglorious Rex. So Inglorious Rex 1, we actually have some minis. People that like World of Warcraft type painting miniatures. If you buy the subscription box, you actually get like a miniature of 232. All right.
I don't know if Anna's still in here, but I love you. I hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
That Star Wars girl.
Anna's a good one.
I didn't say hi to her. Yeah, she's great. She was so happy that I came to her wedding. Well, she was happy all of us came, but she was like, "I'm so glad you came," and just kept hugging me. I was like, "Oh, Anna's so nice. She's so true blue."
Yeah, no, she's great.
Look at this.
So this is, you can get the mini of 232 in the subscription box, and the other Rex is Razor. The 232, I keep forgetting people don't know these characters by name. That is the giant purple masculine monster, the Barney on steroids, coming at you. Now the orange chick is Razor, and that's again another kaiju monster that has like these cool tentacles with stingers on her back, like a scorpion.
Yeah.
So she will be part of campaign Inglorious Rex 3, but you can see how they've been designed, that they basically are built to go together. Now you have to paint these and put them together. They're about 7 pieces each. I have a painted one I can show you.
Hell yeah.
If you go full screen on me, this is one put together and painted by a professional. So I'm not that good of a painter, but these are coming in a subscription box. This is the biggest scale minis are built. Whatever that is, I think it's 72 something millimeter or centimeter. I don't even. I just know inches for my dick size. But anyways, if you should go back to my screen I shared. What we also got going on is I have like animation friends, and they're like, "Can I give a stab at making a little animation?" I did some storyboards and stuff. So this is like a computer model for the animation of the figure, but this isn't like the way it'll look. This is just like the build and model of the pilot and the suit. Together, it's basically, we're hoping it comes out looking more like this. And it's crazy that we're able to do this type of stuff.
Yeah.
To put this type of thing together. And it's just art, just being able to make and create and build things and through crowdfunding. It's absolutely insane. Somebody's like, "What the hell is that?" So it will be a little animation short, and what we'll do with it, I have no idea. We're just doing it because we can, because it's cool. This is hopefully what we can get to animate would look like this, but right now the model is this, the CG model.
Right.
So, and of course I draw comics. This is based off the characters in the book that we're putting together. Well, I'm excited to see what it looks like when it's all done, and it could be a horrible accident, maybe not. So we're taking like money from the campaign and exploring other things we can do besides just the comic. We do merch and t-shirts and miniature figures. I mean, Ethan does action figures and race cars and all that. I mean, the sky's the limit with crowdfunding, guys, and that's what's beautiful about it. It is part of a parallel economy. You guys do make it possible for us to make things, get around gatekeepers. Money makes things possible, and for creative people. So every bit you're backing, don't think I'm not just making the book. I'm trying to make other things. I'm trying to do other things that are cool. And people really loved Inglorious Rex 1. You guys are turning up and supporting us on Inglorious Rex 2. It's absolutely great. It's mind-blowing to me as a creator that this is even possible. If you guys have never met me before, I worked at DC Comics for like over 20 years, Marvel and DC Comics. I mean, I'm able to do my own thing now. Like, that's insane to me. Like, but all the work I did for 20 years, I don't own anything. Like, it's corporate owned, and whatever mega corporation bought that comic company, they own those characters I created. Like, I own nothing. Now I own my stuff, and it's absolutely great. It's like, liberating. It's like I'm a dog off the chain. I'm just running around the neighborhood. I'm fucking the other dogs tied to their tree. They can't go away. I'll come home when I'm hungry. It's
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude, it's weird how it's overwhelming when you can crowdfund and you can basically compete with like corporations and companies. Using my example, everybody that I'm out there racing, like somebody asked if my car's gonna be faster at Phoenix. Oh yeah, it's a different team, different everything. The Daytona thing was a kind of a bum rap, but yeah, with the situation I'm in, every single person out there is either a gajillionaire or their kids are their kids are the children of billionaires.
Yeah.
And I'm a random ass dude that does YouTube and was able to get a frog in my car to race 2 races, by the way. That's what that pays for. 2 races for me to get in the car,
You're
pay
getting on the field. Think about that.
Yeah.
Getting on the track.
Yeah,
You
and
know, I mean, a kid from a trailer park, a little bit of
Yeah.
crowdfunding, you getting out there on the track.
yeah, and a lot of
Crazy,
people
right?
don't understand how big this is. I mean, you do for sure.
Yeah.
Grew up around it, but it's life changing. It's being in the history books. Like once I make my start, it's probably already there. You can Google my name; it'll be there forever. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I raced here, I did this, and it's because of people that supported crowdfunding with $25. That's it. It's crazy. And it's just people coming out in mass. And it allows people like me and people like you to almost get on the same kind of playing field as the giants.
Dude, it's like you guys basically are like Kingslayers. Like what I mean is like when you support a crowdfunder, you guys are you're basically knocking out gatekeepers. You're just you're taking heads off of kings. Like you're and making a new system and making new possibilities for people that maybe are more talented. You could be the best NASCAR driver, and we could be right now at the beginning of the Jeff Gordon again or Dale Earnhardt or something. You know, we don't know. We don't know. You know, we're getting. I mean, you don't know where this goes.
Yeah, it could continue. I mean, all it takes is one catalyst, and then another one, and then another one, and then all of a sudden you have all these companies kicking down your door. Hey, I want to be on your car, and then suddenly you're in the best car, and you have a big shot. So that's what how it starts. Mario Trujillo says, "Keep climbing, trailer boy. Keep reaching for the sky. Get the hell on the dog on it. Now I need to get back to my riding. Have a good night. Thank you, Mario Trujillo. I hope you're doing well. Welcome back. Thank you, my friend. I love you. I appreciate you. Good to see you, Gordon. Ain't gonna happen. Wish that'd be great. I would like to get a top 5 once this year, and that'll be my goal. That shit, it's so competitive. It's outrageous, man. So we'll see what happens. Justin Alicard, by the way, guys, we're 450 from double fat milk today on this beautiful Wednesday, and we're 280 likes away from the overall 1,000 like goal, which we've hit the last 4 or 5 streams in a row, which is unbelievable. Thank you, guys. Justin Alicard Everlasting Jenkins says, I wish I could afford to be my company decal on your car. I feel big things. I have 2 people that own independent businesses that are coming on my car this year. So that's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very, very cool. And then I've had just people that I know that have hopped on and sponsored. So that's been really cool to see too. Justin, thank you, my friend. Appreciate you, dude. You'll do it in Talladega. I'll try. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be my home race, Talladega. I'm excited. Are you going to come to Talladega, Shane? With Ethan?
Talladega, the Charlotte one's like, I'm like, 30 minutes away. Like I'm there.
Be better. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, I like that one. Like I'm like 30, 40 minutes away. I'll be in the parking lot, Nissan Cube 6-pack. You know.
Yeah, you need to definitely wear the Shane gear, and I'll get you the pit passes, and we can just take pictures.
I just want to get on the hood of your car, like I literally not me, but I mean physically me, like I want to do the Burt Reynolds on the bear rug thing, but on the hood of your car, right? And that's no homo or anything. I want to feel the engine, dude. Most people don't know how loud those cars are.
Yeah,
like I mean, they're fucking. I just want my balls to shake.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Gonna be some shaking balls.
You ever like? I know you guys. You should race naked. Would they let you?
No. You have to have so much gear on. It's like suffocating. You have to have. Have you ever weighed yourself before and after, like to see how much you sweat? No. But I bet it would be a lot because we were at Dillon last year, I was thinking it was Dillon, and it was like 110 degrees, and in the car it was like 150. So I remember getting out of the car, and I took 2 liquid IVs before I got in the car. I got out of the car like an hour and a half later, or 2 hours later, and I did not piss until like 1 a.m. I like didn't have to. There was no urination happening because I was so dehydrated, and I just kept chugging Gatorade Zeros and Gatorade.
So is that mandatory? The IVs?
Yeah, it's not mandatory, but I've done it.
It's highly advised.
Yeah, I've always done it. If it's like not hot, if it's like 70 degrees, it's not a big deal. It'll only be about 100 in the car. But in the middle of summer, like if you don't take a liquid IV, like you are gonna die. Like you are not gonna make it through that shit. I wouldn't be able to. I'd pass out. So gotta take that shit. Ain't no way. Ain't no how. Not me. Nope. Not me. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and Shane. We got a little bit left. It's almost 11. So make sure you guys are have liked and you've subscribed to your boy. And don't forget about every $100 super chat going on the car for Phoenix. That's Justin Alucard. Everlasting Jenkins is on there, and Eric Linegar is on there 5 times because he's a crazy bastard. Thank you guys so much for all your love. 200 Watt Studio says Cody is Tonya Harding and ice skating. John Candy and yacht race in summer. Yacht race. That's a John. Yeah, I liked. Oh, in summer rental. That's the only part of summer rental I like. Like every time I watch summer rental, the movie is so annoying to me until the yacht race. Then it's great. But like, God, I cannot stand like the first parts of that movie where he's like an angry dad and like everybody's just all over the place and he's having a bad time in the rental and oh God, I'm like, God, I guess it's intentionally supposed to be that way, but I'm always like really annoyed at the beginning of that movie. And then it gets to the yacht part and I'm like, okay, this is great. Something about that movie. Something about John Candy.
I don't remember this movie at all. Like I remember the yacht race, but I don't remember anything else.
Yeah, he like he rents this like shitty little place for his family, and like people just keep walking in and like walking by the building. It's like a terrible like location, and he like everybody's like making fun of them, and then he goes to like this old ass restaurant where this one dude owns it, and he's like got one arm or a peg leg, and then there's an old yacht parked there, and they fix it up to like race in this yacht race. I don't remember. I'm explaining it like a drunk, but yeah, you get what I'm saying.
I like John Candy. Like he's kind of like forgotten. Like a lot of people don't bring him up that much. Uncle Buck.
Yeah, that's a good one. O Snake says I'm block you. Why are you blocked, O Snakes? You were hurt that you were blocked. I was hooking you up with links to Fungent. I don't know who blocks you. I don't block people, so my mods block people. But I will go unblock you. Some of the mods get, they're crazy sometimes. They'll like get a little trigger happy and kill your ass. Thank you, 200 Watt. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. Now there's some people that are crazy, dude. I've got emails from people and they're like, you blocked me and you're censoring me. And I'm like, bro, I don't even know who you are. I know O Snakes though.
Yeah, it happens to me too. It's like I get a rogue mod maybe, or they get in a fight with the mod and then that's your ass. You out.
Yeah,
then I have to go in and unblock them.
You don't fight with mods, bro.
Yeah, you have to understand, like they have ultimate power. Not ultimate. They're up there. They're power. They're demigods in a way. They're half god, half man. They do have abilities other than you.
Yeah, they don't give a damn either. They'll take you out. Iron Fist, bro.
I need to go. Did you like the new Clash of the Titans films?
You talking about the one with the dude with the shaved head?
Yeah.
I was in a Roach Motel recently for like my Daytona test. It was the Hard Rock. It was actually pretty nice. And the Clash of the Titans movie was on, and I think it's trash.
It is trash, right?
It's so CG.
That dude got so many parts because isn't that the same dude in Avatar?
Thank God for that, right? The fact that he's an Avatar, he has a job locked down for like 20 years.
Yeah, no, everybody filmed. Everybody knew he was in this big new movie, Avatar, and people like, oh yeah, Avatar. Remember? No, but Avatar was like hype for years. Like it was always in production of some sort, and this guy basically ended up with like Terminator, Clash of the Titans, and something else that came out. And basically because he was in Avatar that nobody had even seen.
Yeah.
Like that dude's career like blew up in a weird way. And now like he's like straight to DVD movies.
Yeah,
like,
but he's locked in for Avatar forever. He'll be in every Avatar movie and he'll be paid forever. And He's good to go. It's because at the time he was flavor of the month. At the time, he was just that actor. But Avatar was the one film that's going to continue forever. And he's like, oh, fuck, I'll be in these forever now as Sully. And that was a very good, good on his agent for that.
Yeah, somebody said Terminator. Yeah, he was in the Christian Bale Terminator. He was like the Salvation, yeah, which was a weird movie.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of them. I stopped watching them after the third one where they recast Edward Furlong. I didn't watch. I was so upset they recast Edward Furlong because he got arrested right before shooting. That I didn't watch anything after that because I was like, it'd have been perfect for them to have Edward Furlong in this role. But he got arrested for indecent exposure like a week before, or it was probably public intoxication. And they were like, I will just shoot the movie without him. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, inject him with some adrenaline and put him on set, dude. Like, what are you doing? Come on. It's so silly.
And it's a weird franchise that they keep trying to rework too. That last one, they had a woman lead.
Yeah.
And there was one cool scene in it. It's like a flashback scene. Because I guess they had to basically deal with the whole John Carter thing.
Yeah.
And there was something about it, like it was more interesting than the actual movie. Like you should have just took that and made that the movie.
Yeah.
Like, which was like, it was like basically another Terminator. Arnold come back and he kills John Carter. And then like, he feels bad for it. Like, then you come across him at the end of the movie and he's like, yeah, I really feel bad I did that. And he lives a normal life, like as a human.
Yeah.
And it's like, that was your fucking movie, not this woman, new character that comes in, like, and Sarah Connor. No, that's your fucking movie. A Terminator that's like, yeah, I fucked up and now I'm just going to live as a human and be a pacifist.
Yeah. And just like have the movie be about him. And like,
that was more interesting. And it was just like, that was just like somewhere in between. Yeah. He just tells you, yeah, all these years passed. I had a wife and I raised her kids, and they don't know I'm a robot. It's like, that's a fucking movie.
That's a great, yeah. Why have they not done that?
That's a fucking movie.
It's so silly. So silly, man. So silly indeed. I got to give a big shout out to some boys real quick. Justin Alicard, love you. Eric Liniger, I love you. Had 2 red boys tonight. Disco Cobra popping in. Haven't seen my boy in a while. That's your pink boy. I appreciate you. We're actually missing an orange boy for the rainbow night. Uh-oh. I didn't even notice that. Thank you, Disco Cobra. I appreciate you. I got to do Naked Snake and then Fight Milk before we log off here. We have 1,000 people watching. Make sure you like the show before I do this garbage. And then I get to be sick all night because Fight Milk makes me sick.
Oh,
I wish it didn't, but it does, man. There's nothing I can do about that shit. It just kills me. I could raid Pippa, but I'm not going to because she'll be mad at me for raiding her.
So Fight Milk, I have heard of it, but you want to run me down on what's the ingredients?
2 raw eggs and a glass of milk, and then of course alcohol for your choice. Let's see. I could raid the porn star Sasha Grey.
Wait, what?
The old porn star Sasha Grey streams now, and she's streaming on YouTube. And I was like, I could rate her after this show.
Wow. I didn't know she was on YouTube.
Last time I rated her, she was like, "Oh, I got rated. Thanks, Camelot." And I'm like, "Bitch,
she got rated a lot on camera. I mean, like she got rated quite a bit.
She had 200 people watching her, and I rated her with 1,000. She didn't give a fuck. I was like, how could you? I was trying to get them deets, trying to smash me
Here, a lot of people. I didn't even know she was on YouTube. You have to subscribe. But she got out of porn. She's one of the few actresses that went in and got movies. And but it was weird. Her movie was about literally her being a prostitute. Like it was like a weird movie. And she's had some other B-list movies done. She actually used to have a thing with another comic artist. She was a model. She would pose for him all the time. Wonder if I come up and I'm like, I'm a comic artist. Would you pose for me?
Hey, I'm a comic artist. Would you send me nudes?
You fell for this once.
To really get a good idea of what these labias would look like for my character, I'm going to need you to come sit on my face. That's how I draw.
It
draw
was
with my
weird
mouth.
because she has a very unique face, and the artist was basically capturing her face in all his female drawings.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, "Why he's got a certain style?" And then come to find out, she was posing for him because she has a very unique jawline and nose. And just saying, throwing some compliments. She has a Brillo pad downstairs, boys.
Space Olean says she's wholesome and there's no thought stuff at all. Oh yeah, I've seen her content. Yeah, she's not thoughting at all. Which I mean, she doesn't really have to anymore. She's fucking solid. She's good to go. She ain't gotta do that anymore.
She did her time. You know what I'm
She
saying?
did her time. Yeah,
She
paid the
did her
dues.
time. You
She
know,
paid the dues. It's over.
she paid a lot of dues.
She paid all the dues. She went through miles of cock, and she came out the other side squeaky clean, like that. Like the scene in Shawshank Redemption. He crawled.
I
through.
don't know. It's probably like throwing a hot dog down the hallway, though. I mean, I don't. You know, that shit can't.
That's
bounce
fine.
that
There ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, it's fine. The squid says obligatory orange boy. Thank you, Squid. It's Rainbow Night. He did it. Squid, it's a Rainbow Night. I don't think we've missed the Rainbow Night in like 6 months now. So I appreciate you, Squid. We almost lost it there. Love you. Appreciate you, Squid. You're so good to me. You're so good. Love you. All right, Shane. I'm gonna need you to shill your comic book or your campaign one more time while I go get my milk and eggs.
All right. Let me share my page.
Milk and eggs, boys, for Fight Milk, and then I gotta do Naked Snake, then Fight Milk.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Inglorious Rex, the beautiful, entertaining world of Inglorious Rex. We follow young fighter Alex Stone as he steps into Rex fighting. What is Rex fighting? Rex fighting is when a fighter laces his neural system up with 20 tons of genetically manipulated clones and basically human pilots piloting these monsters in a no-holds stake cage fighting match. If you like MMA, if you like Godzilla, if you like all of that stuff, you can buy this here book and you will love it. If you want Inglorious Rex 1 shipped out to you tomorrow, just go to Inglorious Rex up here, 9livescomics.com, and hit shop. Go to Inglorious Rex, and you will see right here, $25 shipped out tomorrow, Inglorious Rex Volume 1. And then you can decide. You got 25 days to get it and read it before this campaign. You cannot buy number 2. You will not be able to buy number 2. So if you guys, or save yourself a little bit of shipping, just go all in, be like, I believe in the Davis. This man Mange told me to buy this here book. Go over here, save yourself some shipping. This $75 tier will get you caught up on Inglorious Rex 1, Inglorious Rex 2, and Inglorious Rex Blood, Sweat, and Tears, the other supplemental stories. 3 comics right here, 1 tier, 1 shipping fee. This is your best value for your dollars. Dollar, holla. We also have the Screaming Man. You watch the memes, you know the man, the Mange Davis t-shirt over here. You can pick this up on the campaign as well. This little tiger car, me, you know what it do. Guaranteed to help you with the ladies. A little bit of grease, a little bit of Mange grease goes a long ways to loosening up legs. I will say it will increase your chances of getting laid. I mean, there's no way of proving it does or doesn't, but I'm going to say it do. So go buy that t-shirt. And here's some beautiful artwork. Obviously, I don't want to talk too much about 2 in case you haven't backed or read Volume 1, but a lot of cool stuff, a lot of apocalyptic settings, futuristic cities, creatures that these things are bred and built to fight, protect what's left of humanity, the human race. This is how big these things are to a human. Here you can see this is a human here on the dock, and that's what is a Rex. Looks beautiful. These things, smaller versions of these bad guys. So back in Glorious Rex, guys, I want to thank you for having me on. Also, Camelot.
Dude, it's been awesome. We've got a lot of people in here tonight. I have 1,100 people at one point. That's freaking great. Thank you guys so much for all your love. Junebug says, had any of the VTubers forgiven you yet? Hope Pippa and her friends free. I doubt it. I doubt Pippa cares at all now. Because that I don't feel like she's one of those people that hold on to grudges. She's a real smart girl, but I don't think so. It wouldn't be beneficial for them PR wise to ever talk to me again. And I get it. I'm not stupid. I understand. Thank you, Gene Bug. I love you. I'd love to talk to people again though. She's my girl. She's the one and only for me. I'm gonna put a Pippa sticker on my Phoenix car, my NASCAR Phoenix car, right on the side. Boop, Pippa. Thank you, Gene Bug. Master Lions, what's up, dude? Member for 13 months. I appreciate you, dude. Justin Alucard says beautiful artwork, Shane. Thank you, Justin.
Thank you.
And we got a big red boy all of a sudden from the squid.
Wow.
Oh my God. He got us 330 away from damn double 5 mil. Let's put him on the car. The squid. Thank you, my friend. I love you. I appreciate you. We have 15. Now we have 15 names on the car. And Eric Linegers is on there 5 times. So thank you, Squid, for the late game red boy. Thank you so much, my friend. You are goated as hell. You're the man. Crystal Love. Excited for my first Naked Snake. Here we go. I hope you're excited. Thank you, Squid. Love you. Appreciate you. It's time for Naked Snake. I'm going to do it in front of Shane. It's going to be hilarious. I'm sure Shane's seen it maybe once or twice.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh, he knows. All right, here we go. I'm going to do Naked Snake, and then I'm going to do some Fight Milk, and then we're going to raid, I think, Shag. I need to look. I think it's Shagsworth. We'll see. We'll see. Well, I'm on the car, right, Hayden? Let me look. Shit. Hayden? You were on my Daytona car. The Phoenix car is a different list, but the Daytona list will just probably still be on the car. Well, it's a different car. It'll be printed. I'll probably just combine all the names because Daytona we didn't get to race, which was sad. So it's all good. It's all good, man. Don't worry about it. We'll make sure it happens. If you saw the Daytona car, there was a lot of space on that sumbitch, and I can even make it bigger. So, what the fuck's happening right now in chat? Hold on, Jesus, guys.
Got another.
Why are you doing this to me?
Here
we go.
Knock $1,000 knock.
We got 1,000 Norwegian Krogans from Crystal McGough. I sent some super chats with quotes from Bloodhound Gang, The Ballad of Chasey, to this streamer. You might get in her good graces. What streamer? What streamer to this streamer? Oh, wait, you talking about are you talking about the porn star lady? Who are you talking about right now? Chris McGough. How much is 1,000 North Norwegian? I don't know, but it's enough to be a red boy. Basically, if the super chat is of a certain color, no matter what the denomination, it's closest to whatever it would have been in English monies. Thank you so much, Chris McGough. I put you on the list again, so there'll be a few duplicates on here, but it's all good. Don't worry about it. So to Sasha, well, thank you. Or to Pippa, no, not Pippa, man. Come on, no. She's gonna think you're trolling. Thank you. I love you, Chris McGough. Thank you, Chris McGough, for your giant fat ass red boy. That's the 4th one tonight on a damn Wednesday stream. Make sure you like the show. We're almost to 1,000. Thank you, Chris McGough. I love you. Get the hell on it, doggone it. Here we go. Master Lions with a pink boy. Says, hello, Camelot and Shane and everyone in the house. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, Master Lions and Chris McGough, for those late boy red and pink boys and the squid. I don't deserve your love, but I'm so damn thankful. Thank you. In honor of the camel and the mange for the trailer park. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Junebug says, hope Kirsch forgives you, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I doubt she cares either. It's just to associate with me, it's not beneficial. Because the reason I say that is because their fan base will be mad. They may not care in real life, like at all, but they know if they can't really do anything because the fan base will be like, fuck that, you're a piece of shit. Fuck this. Fuck that flesh tuber. And I get it, you know. Thank you, Junebug. Love you. Thank you, Chris McGough. Thank you, Master Lions. Thank you, everybody that's attributing. It's time for Naked Snake for the 274th stream in a row. Let's do it.
Here we go.
Get the hell on it, DD Gog. I'm going to take my earbuds off real quick. Taking them off. I won't be able to hear nobody. Hold on. Here we go, boys.
Wow.
Yeah. You ready, Sonia? Holy hand grenades. The first naked snake for a lot of you. Make sure you like this show. Here we go. It's gonna be weird.
It's gonna get weird. It's gonna
Got
get
to get
weird
weird,
before it
boys.
gets straight.
Here we go. Alan Jones is the first one. Here we go. Thank you, Alan. Get them locks up. Here we go, Hayden. Here we go, Skytex. You guys ready? 274 in a row, boys. Thank you guys so much. Here we go. Yeah. Oh my God. Who is it? Snake eater. In my time, there been nobody else. Oh my God. I'm crying. It's the way I fly to you. Here we go, boys. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. The best part is it's probably out of sync for Shane. That's the funny part. Here we go. You ready, guys?
Wow.
Thank you. Wow. Thank you, Monkey Man. It's all for you.
I was a Metal Gear fan, but not anymore.
We're just climbing the ladder, boys. We're just climbing the ladder. In my time. There be nobody else on
I
you.
mean, I could strip down and be naked Raiden. You know.
Oh my God! Here he comes! Here comes Mange Davis! Yes! Get the screenshot, Sonya. Look at it. Amazing, guys. Thank you guys so much. Michael Mendoza. We made it again for the 274th show in a row. We don't stop here.
Won't stop. Can't stop.
Hell yeah. Thank you guys so much. Kuroku, Mike TV. Love you guys. Here it is. Best part of the show right here. There you go. Amazing. Amazing. Thank you guys so much. And now it's time for Fight Milk. We got 150 away from double Fight Milk that fast. Crystal Love says, no words. No words. Thank you, Crystal. I hope you like what you see. Now we got Fight Milk, and then we're going to do some raiding. We're going
to raid Sasha Grey.
Yeah. Hold on, let me see if she's still alive. I might do that. It'd be funny.
I'll raid her if she's dead. It's fine.
God damn.
Well, fuck.
What is she
I didn't
doing?
mean that.
What is she doing? Let me load it. Let's see what happens when I load it. Come on. Oh, she's playing Elden Ring. That's cool.
Yeah, she was playing games.
Wait, no, she's playing something else. She's got a gun. You know damn guns in Elden Ring. What the fuck is she playing right now?
Well, she was playing that before, I think.
Oh,
I don't know what she's playing now.
I think
she's playing with my feelings.
She's playing Helldivers.
She's playing with the ball.
I was about to say, ain't no way in absolute hell that she's playing some Elden Ring right now. Are you kidding me? Yeah, we'll raid her. All right, here we go. It's time for some Fight Milk, boys. I appreciate all the love today. All the peeps that have backed Shane Davis's Inglorious Rex Volume 2.
Yeah, appreciate the new backers.
Second chance. Second chance. I'm going to post a link.
Your first chance, your last chance. Shane's second chance.
I'm going to post the link one more time to Inglorious Rex 2, Second Chance. There you go, right there. We've got 2 backers away from 400. Get it on there, boys. Get it on there, boys.
Let's get it.
And I'm going to do Fight Milk. So here we go. I got some fresh Woodford whiskey, which will help us on our journey here. All right, let me get the eggs ready, and then we're gonna do what we got to do. The only thing that sucks about Fight Milk is I don't get to eat dinner, or well, I guess supper or whatever the hell you call it, the nighttime food. I always eat after I get off stream because I stay up till like 4.
Southern people call it supper. I think it's technically dinner.
Yeah, and I don't.
Supper's ready.
Yeah, my I don't remember what my parents called it. My parents are from Illinois, and then they moved to Alabama. So I grew up in Alabama. They grew up in Illinois, Rockford, Illinois. So they're not Southern at all. It's really weird. My mom doesn't have a Southern accent. My dad doesn't unless he's around people that do. Then he like freaking puts one on. But my dad's originally from Florence, Alabama. Like when he was real little. I think I need to ask them where the fuck they came from. Because I know a lot of my great aunts and uncles live in Alabama, and they always have. But my mom's not. She's not from here at all. She's from California, and then she moved to Illinois, I think. All right, here we go. We got the eggs, boys. Kristen Goff says, Ballad of Chasey Lane is a super fan riding a prawn star asking to eat her behind. What? Super fan. Hold on. I'm just going to Google what the hell you're talking about, Kristen McGough. Ballad of Chasey Lane is a song by the Bloodhound Gang. Hey, you say you've been super chatting her the lyrics to the song? You've had a lot of dick, had a lot of dick. I've had a lot of time, had a lot of time. You've had a lot of dick, but you ain't had mine. God damn it. So it was Sasha Grey. You son of... Thank you, Kristen McCoff. You've had a lot of dick, but you ain't had mine. All right. Whatever you say. Here we go. Here's the Milkies. Of course it is Fairlife.
Fairlife.
Because it's got a lot of
protein. Be
grass-fed. I eat like some weed-ass freaking cereal like once a day right before the gym with Fairlife to get my macros, my protein macros. Because I'm not cutting right now, so I'm going to gain like 30 pounds. That's what I always do. I'll be 205 in December, and then I'll cut down to 170. Here we go. At least the macros.
Cut that much, and what amount of time?
2 months. I can cut 30 pounds in 2 months. Easy. I do it every year. And then I gain 20 pounds back in like a month.
Yeah. I've dealt with a lot of guys. I've cut weight myself for like competition, like fighting, and I've seen a lot of guys try to cut weight, and that's impressive. I mean, they can do a little bit more than that, but that's still pretty impressive. That much in 2 months.
Yeah, I don't have a cheat meal for 2 months, and I eat the same thing at the same time, 1,600 calories.
You don't change your water intake or anything?
No. I eat a lot of ice. So I'll survive. I like chew on ice just to survive. Otherwise, it kind of like takes my mind off everything. I don't really get hunger cravings though at all. So, do you have to cut for NASCAR? No. You can obviously. I guess if you want to be in more shape, it's better to be in shape regardless. But NASCAR has weight rules, so your car will always weigh 3,200 pounds regardless. So if you're a big guy, they'll basically take out lead from the car to make it weigh 3,200 pounds to match your weight.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so the car will always be 3,200 pounds with the driver, no matter what. So if you're really thin, like you're a 140-pound guy, really small, they'll put lead in your rails, like your left or right side rails of your car. It's like a little piece of lead they'll put in there to match the weight. Here we go. Let's go whiskey. It's got Woodford. We got the Woodford Reserve. Bottle number 1294, label batch 9702, 45% alcohol. We're gonna pour it into the beautiful Fight Milk concoction, just a little bit. That's fine. I should stop there. A little bit more than I was hoping, but it's fine. All right, boys. It's time for Fight Milk, and then we're gonna rate Sasha Grey. Let me make sure she's still alive though, right? Because I don't want it'd be hilarious if she just gets off right before I rate her. That happens a lot. I rated somebody one time, and they had just got off right when I hit raid, and I was like, "Oops." So all my people got sent nowhere. It's time for Fight Milk, boys. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate all the support. Thank you guys so much. By the way, there's an orange boy here that says Woodford Reserve Double Oak. Thank you, Master Lions. I appreciate you so much, dude. You the man. You the myth. You the legend. Thank you, Master Lions, for your orange boy. Thank you. And Chris McGough, thank you. Says, I haven't. You should. Thank you, Kristen McGaw. By the way, we're 190 likes away. I need you guys to spam that like button while we're doing Fight Milk to get me to the 1,000 like goal. Let's do Fight Milk.
I don't have. They're asking me to do Fight Milk. I don't think I have eggs upstairs.
You don't want to do it. Trust me. We'll get you to do it next time, though.
Next time I will. I don't think we have eggs.
He ate 79 hot dogs the other day.
Yeah, I'm still processing, guys. I'll be back. Don't you worry. I'll do Fight Milk, but not now.
Need some Malin Wolf. Some fucking Malin Wolf. Here we go, boys. It's that time again for Fight Milk. I love you, and I appreciate everything you guys do for me. I'll see you guys probably Friday, but for sure Saturday, obviously, with Zia Land. Her new boobies are in. Her surgery is done. They are the size of the moon, and you guys get to see them Saturday in all their illustrious glory. Thank you guys so much. Here we go. It's time for Fight Milk. Get those likes up. I'll see you guys in a few days. I appreciate you. Get on it, dog. Here we go. Woo! Easy.
Wow.
Easy. Mama didn't raise no bitch. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Well,
That's disgusting.
I've been doing double Fight Milk a lot lately, so single Fight Milk ain't nothing. No. It just kicks you. It keeps kicking me every couple of seconds. Oh, fuck. I did it with what did I do it with? I did it with something one time. I don't know if it was vodka or something. It curdled really hard and sat perfectly at the top. And it was like taking like 3 shots in one hit. And then having to have milk and eggs on top of it. It was really bad. If it mixes, it's good. It's fine. But if it curdles, you're fucked. Fucked, I tell you. Fucked.
I'm sensitive with dairy products. I don't.
Oh, God.
That sounds horrible.
Oh, God. Thank you guys so much, Kristen McGough. I got to give a big shout out to Kristen McGough, the Squid, Justin Alucard, Everlasting Jenkins, and Eric Linegar. 4 red boys today, 1 away from a red Master Lions. Appreciate you, Disco Cobra. You guys are goated as hell. I'll see you guys later. Make sure you back my boy Shane Davis as Inglorious Rex Second Chance campaign.
Appreciate you.
Hell yeah, it's live on 9 Lives Comics.com. Projects /
Or Indiegogo, either one.
Or Indiegogo. I'll see you guys later. We're gonna raid Sasha Gray. Say Cam raid in the chat. I'll see you guys later. She's hot. Give her some love. Bye, everybody. Appreciate you guys.